Yeah.
Brought Doritos.
Yeah, brought presents.
Oh my God.
You're supposed to be right here.
Oh man.
The hot seat.
Midwest SPL, louder than ever, bringing you the fire. It's DJ Rusticles.
Derek does. Turn on the red light. All right. It is Sundown After Dark, episode 34, I think is what we're on right now. I don't know. I think 33 was last week. I don't know. I don't know where we're at. But anyway,
Did you label it right?
I believe it's 34. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I know it's early when we do the live ones, but that's how we got to do it because that's when the people are here in the building. Speaking of who's in the building, look, we got Kyle Rutherford sitting over here. Mr. Handsome Kyle Rutherford.
We're live.
Handsome. Come on, Jesse. Come on in. We're live right now, buddy. So anyway, and then we got Chris.
Oh, you
so,
can see the comments.
Yeah, you can see the comments.
Yeah, man.
If you could pull them up on your phone, too, if you want like a,
Hey,
like a
hey, Brett.
quicker response.
Hey,
yeah,
Brett.
my son's watching.
Hey, Brett Chamberlain.
Hi, Brett. So, yeah, Kyle, you're in the building. You're in the building forever now.
Yeah.
So, if you guys didn't know, if you watched the episode with Audio Apex, I'm saying it right, Audio Apex.
I always say Apex Audio.
Yeah, Apex Audio. That's what I want to say, and then I get it mixed up.
Not anymore.
So,
I've corrected.
Audio Apex has an Eastern. What in the world?
That's not me.
Jesus, woman. Audio Apex has an Eastern distribution center, and Chris is running it, and we got Kyle now working for him. So yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
I'm sharing us our live thing going on here. So
Awesome. How did that all work out, Chris?
It worked out great.
It worked out good.
You gotta remember. You gotta talk into the red light. Twist,
you
twist,
have to
twist
gangster your microphone.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
I
You
see.
bring it up to your face.
Bring it in
Gangsta
your nose.
lean.
You gotta be all up on it like this.
There you go.
So anyway, yeah, Kyle, that's awesome, man. You're close by.
Yeah.
You're a
Well-
really nice individual, so it's nice to see a nice person working.
Paid
I don't know
actor,
what you've
paid actor.
heard. But
Well, you guys have been living together for a couple of days now. How's that working out?
That's good. Sparks pretty much lent us his camper.
Yeah.
It's like
You got a little bit of.
luxurious.
Is it like the road rules, like MTV thing going on back there?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It took me used to getting. I know it sounds funny that toilet they have in there. You ever peed in a
Oh.
plastic toilet? It's
Oh,
like
dude.
everybody can hear it. It's like everybody can hear it. But other than that, yeah, it's
It's got like the little ittiest bittiest hole, and then you're a pretty big dude, so you
Yeah.
gotta somehow get in there.
what, in the shower or the toilet?
Isn't it all together?
Any of it, Kyle. Any of it.
No, it's. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's really nice. So
Well, he's letting you poop in his camper.
I haven't pooped. I'm respecting his camper, and I'm not
Well, hey,
pooping
look,
in
here's
it.
the deal. You know,
You
I live.
respect
You,
it
you
by
know,
pooping.
you know, I live nearby.
Brian can't control his poop.
I wouldn't be able to do it. You know, I live nearby.
It would be my luck. The whole septic system in that trailer would get clogged, and it would be just a big old
Right.
shit show.
Look, here,
Shit show.
I'm going to offer my services, my toilet services. If you guys know I live nearby. If you have to take a shit and you just don't want to do it in the
Well,
trailer,
we have a time limit.
Come
you
on
know, our proportion of the building over there, you know, at 11 o'clock or so, and just certain hours or so, we're not allowed on the other side. So we do
Right.
we have to time our shits. So it's pretty
your
much
doodles.
the
only on,
doodles.
only on a car audio show do you talk about your shit.
Right.
Quite literally.
Well, this again, Sundown After Dark. We don't talk about audio very much. Speaking of audio, check this out, guys. We got a new camera. Thanks to everybody who supports the channel. I bought another camera, so we have 5 cameras in this bad boy.
Hell yeah.
And look,
My
you can
crotch.
you
Okay.
you can go ahead and put
Well, my goodness.
put your hand over that there, Mr. Fuller. Yeah, look at that. So what we have in front of us,
Kyle's knocking stuff over with his head.
It's too much, Kyle. It's too much hand.
what we got in front of us is the new Sundown Audio Deadener.
Baby's hand on there and then Kyle's hand.
This is like basically some standard butyl deadener, and we just wanted to get some stuff out in the market. We found that we can get into this market. We originally didn't want to get into this market. What was the reason behind that, Jake? I guess it was just too much.
Everybody keeps asking.
Yeah. So we're like, you know what? Screw it. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, go ahead. Open that up, Kyle. Yeah, check that out. So that folds into 3s. That opens up into 3s, I believe. Yeah, there we go.
Rather large sheet here,
Yeah.
and we all. There we go.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
That wire saved that
Oh,
bottle.
Hired.
Kyle almost got me wet.
Hired and fired in the first week.
So what we have there is 36 square inches, right? And it's 90 mil butyl. I believe it's
Square inches.
not 36 square inches. Good Lord.
It's a foot or a yard. Isn't
Yeah.
it? That's right.
Whatever.
Well,
It's
while he's thinking about it, we actually offer this on caraudiobargain.com.
you guys do, yeah.
What up, Murillo?
Or Apex Audio, however you want to pronounce that. Yeah, so, and how many sheets are in there? Like, what, 20? Or is it 12? I don't remember. I'm supposed to know this stuff.
You know, it probably says on the box.
There's
It
munch
probably
in
does.
there.
If it's 36 square foot, it's probably 9 sheets.
It's 36 square foot total in a box.
Square
That's
inches.
where, yeah.
This is your deadener for your Polly Pocket playset.
So anyway, it's pretty good stuff. It's kind of it's not your standard run in the mill. We try to do.
It's 90 mil, in fact.
Yeah, there you go. It's you know how we are here. We don't want to do the super cheap stuff. It's really good stuff.
Later.
So
Pretty good.
check it out. It is you know what? I don't remember. Do you remember the retail price of this? I think it was.
Nope. Why don't you just on the screen up there, go to one of our dealers' websites that has it listed.
We'll go to Audio Apex.
That's,
You guys have that on your website?
we do.
Yes, we do.
How about that? You guys talk for a minute while I find this.
Brian can't do 2 things at one time.
No.
Oh my goodness, look at his history.
Oh, my God.
All right, let's do it.
Cakefarts.com, Brian, again.
All right. How do you search your website, guys?
It's gonna
You
go.
just hit South Audio Apex
Oh, here
and
we
it
go.
takes you to Car Audio Bargain.
Gotcha. All right, there's a thing for Sundown there.
Would you just look at it?
Just type
Would
the
you
word,
look at it?
type the word dead and see what happens. Well, that came up with your deadener. Do you guys, are you sure you have our deadener on there?
We do.
It's got
Should be on there.
There's a lot of
Just
Sundown
put
products.
put 9036.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
SA-9036.
Let me change the camera angle here. Let me go over here.
Shoe buddy.
Boom. There we go. All right. 9036. Still nothing.
Oh no.
Do SA-9036. Try that.
It's the operator.
We should have just.
Yep. It's the operator. I don't know. Anyway.
It's on there. Hold on.
We got this. We got
That's
this.
my Audio Apex app. On my
This is what happens when you go live.
Kyle's putting it
Yeah.
on there right now.
It was on there the whole time, bro.
Yeah, I'm not finding it, guys,
It's up there.
on the said websites.
How are you holding your mouth? Let's see here.
Did you wave the rubber chicken above your head?
All right. We're
Just type
definitely.
in Deadener. How about that?
I don't think
That's
that
what I
worked.
did.
We're gonna have to update these keywords.
Yep.
We were pressing buttons. There we go. Buttons. All right. Did you find it on your thing?
Oh no, I got distracted.
Yeah, I didn't find it. I'm not gonna pull up a competitor's website and try to find it. So
You might have to, Brian.
Hold on.
we don't have it on our website, so I can't complain. We can't complain too much, right?
Yeah,
That's
well,
right.
I mean,
All right. Now, anyway, we got the deadener here, and we got a new product cam, so we can do.
Hey,
product
Brandon,
reviews.
what's the MAP on this?
It's like 200, isn't it?
179, I think.
Oh yeah, 180. Yeah, 179.99.
179.99.
Yeah. All right, so $180, you get you 36 square foot of deadener.
okay.
All right, so Donnie, we got you in the room. You had some pretty cool stories. Actually, Jesse, do you plan on leaving early? Do you need to shove out of here early?
What?
Because you got a cool story
I
too.
just wanted to touch.
Oh.
All right,
My story's kind of morbid.
Jesse, I want to hear your story. I want the
Put
people.
them comments back up so we can see
I
them
want the
comments
people to
again.
hear your story. Oh, over here hitting the wrong shit. Here we
Yeah.
go. All right, Jesse. So, yeah, we're doing really good. Not having any latency issues with the upstream so far, so we're good.
Good. We got that fiber internet. Better not have a
finally.
problem.
Oh, thank you, Kyle, for the Doritos.
Dorts.
Yeah, that's my gift every time Kyle comes here. Jesse, so you guys moved into a place here when you moved down here. It was like, what, 6-7 months ago when
Yeah.
you moved here?
About 6 months ago now.
And so you've lived there for a while. And you got something funny going on. It just happened recently. Tell us a little bit, but tell us the story. Kind of give us what happened in the
All right.
past. It's been about a week, this whole thing that's unraveled, right?
Yeah, it's taken about a week to get all the information, and it's just gotten. At this point, I thought it'd be like over, but it keeps getting weirder and weirder. And basically, long story short, we had a neighbor that we haven't seen in a while, and his vehicle hasn't moved. And my wife, being a typical woman, was like, "I think he's dead in there. I think he's dead in there." And I'm like, "No, he just hasn't been out in a while. Don't worry about it."
That's
He's
a
old,
typical,
right?
That's
Was he
a
old?
typical woman thing. Is that what you just said?
Wait,
They
Yeah,
always
bro.
think they're dead.
why? It's like they always jump to conclusions.
Jump to conclusions.
I'm just like, he's fine. He's just, you haven't seen him. You just been missing him, whatever. And then next thing we know, there's like a note from the apartment complex on their door, or on his door, and that was there for weeks. And she just kept saying the same thing. I really hope he's okay. I hope he's not dead in there. And it got to the point where she called the office and told them to go do a wellness check, which they didn't. And then another week goes by, and the next thing I know, I'm at work, and Kaylee calls me and says, "I was right. He was dead in there." And they had cop cars and fire trucks and all kinds of stuff. And they pulled him out of there, and apparently...
Hold on a second. Where are we getting sound from? Is that you, Kyle?
What is that? A 1920s Mickey Mouse commercial?
I saw Brandon put up his phone like I thought he was watching a video.
I thought it was like mood music for the story. It was like,
all right, so proceed, Jesse.
And so the cops went and knocked on doors that we all lived around him because he's actually like right across the parking lot from me. He's in another building. And they questioned Kaylee and everything about when's the last time you seen him, this and that. And through talking to the cops and talking to people that were around, she found out that he had been dead in his bathtub upstairs for a month.
Holy crap, dude, a month.
Did you smell anything?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, she said when his door was open, you know, because they were going in and out, she could smell it from across the parking lot.
Dude.
Ew, that's gross,
And
man.
It's...
holy cow.
I don't want to tell the story to be like, oh yeah, he was dead in there. It's like, this is entertaining. Listen, no, it's like, I want you to listen and
It's like people didn't do their job as a human. That's what the story is.
I'm getting there, and it's so
You're
bureaucratic.
getting there?
Yes,
You're
listen.
not there already?
Somebody died, and nobody knew about
Nobody
it.
checked on that person
And it's messed
or
up
anything.
because through talking to the neighbors and stuff, we started to find out that the dude that lived next to him knew he was dead like right after it happened. Apparently he committed suicide,
Wow.
and the neighbor knew, told the office, and the office goes, okay, we got to do something. We got to get in there. So they start looking through paperwork and stuff, and they find out that his name's not on the lease, his sister's name's on the lease, and she don't live anywhere near here.
But they should be, if they own the apartment, they should have the right to get into their own property.
You would think that, right?
Right.
So when are you moving out, Jesse?
And Kaylee was all kinds of messed up from this still. And so they knew about it right after it happened. They claimed they legally could not go in the apartment until they got a hold of his sister because her name's on the lease.
Right.
So they knowingly let a corpse rot in their apartment for a month.
So dude next door he gets a piece of paper from the neighbor stating that he's going to kill himself.
I don't know how he was told. I don't know the exacts on how he found out, but he knew. And he let the office know.
If that was me, if that was my neighbor, and I haven't seen said neighbor in a couple days, I would break the door down. I would at least try to get the cops there.
That's what
you
I
know?
said. I'm a positive person. I'm like a glass half full person. So I assumed, we just haven't seen him. Don't worry about it. He's fine.
Did you guys
But-
know him? Like you?
No, I mean, we've seen him every now and then coming out of his apartment, but
Was he old?
he was like 40s,
Oh shit.
like late 40s maybe.
So you never talked to him though before. So you
No,
never-
we wave hi to him and all that stuff, normal neighbor stuff. But yeah, it's pretty messed up, and it's like
eventually,
you would
what
think
happened? I guess the cops did come and open up the door.
They
or-
eventually, it took them almost a full month to get a hold of his sister, and then got the legal rights to get in there and get in the unit.
right.
But you would think after like a week and a half, 2 weeks, they'd just be like, hey, and tell somebody, hey, go kick that door in and call the cops and say you found a body. You know what I mean? Not just go, well, we can't do anything because the law won't let us.
Man, that's bad.
I think there has to be an exception with there's a dead person in there. You would think so.
You would think so, but it didn't
I guess
happen
people.
that way.
It's like the bureaucratic system or the judicial system is so PC now. They can't just go break down doors.
Yeah.
But how is that, I understand the law, but how is that morally,
You know who can?
ethically
You
right?
know who can break down a door and just go in your house without a warrant? Bail bondsmen.
Hmm.
Yeah, they can just if they think there's somebody in there that they want, they don't need an officer. They can just break down your fucking door.
I'm sure there's a million ways they could have handled it other than the way they handled it.
Well,
That's crazy, man.
that is scary.
Yeah.
I feel like Joe Rogan. That's crazy, man. You ever tried DMT? So 2 thank yous. Thank you to Ryan Maxey. Thank you to Jonathan Esparza there.
Oh, did he do a super chats too?
No, he was just saying how awesome his ZV5 was.
Hey,
Oh,
Ryan.
Well, thank you, buddy.
Well, nobody's going to say anything about the fact that I'm wearing glasses, so I'm just going to take them off.
Damn it, Jake.
You're wearing glasses, Jake?
How
Holy
dare
crap.
you? So speaking of Jesse and his wife. Jesse, your wife actually sent us a thing last week when we were doing the What Would You Rather. So we can do.
Don't read those.
We can do a couple of these.
Oh my God, did Kaylee really write that?
Yeah. She said, "Would you rather eat someone's ass after Taco Tuesday or eat used tampon?"
This is the most disturbing things I've ever read that she just wrote here.
Jake, what would you rather?
I'm not gonna answer these questions. No, Kaylee, I'm sorry. That's really bad.
Can you send a link to that?
Like,
That's why never start shit
maybe
with
the
Kaylee.
tampon, put some Frank's Red Hot on it
Never.
or something.
I've seen her get sassy on the internet
Yeah.
and in comments before.
If anybody knows my wife, do not start shit with Kaylee on Facebook. You will not win.
I seen it.
She also
Seen
wrote.
it.
She also wrote, "Would you rather piss sand or shit glass?"
I'm gonna say piss sand.
Yeah, piss hand for sure.
Piss sand too, because that's almost like, well, that's gotta hurt either way. But
I don't want to do either of them.
Oh God, that next one. No,
would
don't
you
read it.
rather pull your own thumbnail off with a fork, or
Oh, no.
put a toothpick under your big toe and kick a wall?
Oh no.
I'm pulling the toenail off.
Yeah, toenail.
I've actually-
Although that would take much longer to do.
Hey, where's Thomas?
Thomas had to leave today.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, it's no Thomas today, folks.
Well, that's gay.
We also had some what would you rather's that we didn't get to last week in the voicemail systems. Let's go ahead and listen to those real quick.
This was Kendrill's. We did talk about this.
Yeah, we did. Oh, here's another one. Oh,
wait,
that's me. Never mind. Never mind. These are old.
Brian, real quick.
Fat boners.
All right. So no, we don't have any more that I see there. All right, cool. So we'll pull that back up. And what's up, Jesse?
Does Thomas watch his show?
I doubt it. I doubt he watches the show.
Sam says he noticed the glasses and my hair. Thank you, Sam. That was
He just didn't want to say nothing. All
they're,
right,
they're reading glasses. Actually, I have perfectly good vision, but I get eye strain looking at my damn screen all day.
Hold on, Kyle. You sent that to me through the messenger?
Yes.
Cow.
Oh, here we go.
Cow.
All right, here we go. Boom. Follow link. And press this button over here.
Yeah, you totally just put that on there.
All right, so here is the Deadener. You guys can get it from Audio Apex, and yes, and Brandon was right. It is $179.99. So there it is, right there. Easily. How do you first and foremost? How do you find that? Since I had trouble finding it.
You didn't put SA in front of it.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. I just did the 90. So it's you gotta type in the model number SA-9036.
Yep.
And you can find it there.
And we can have it shipped out ASAP.
Yes, sir. The Audio Apex difference. All right, and then Donnie, you were on vacation over this past week.
Yeah, it was. Well, everybody says vacation. Like I was gone for 2 days. I was off Thursday and Friday.
Right.
Yeah, so it
weekend.
wasn't like-
Donnie's
yeah, it was
gone
like a
2
long-
days every 2 days.
It was like a long weekend, basically. And,
Well, it was your wife's birthday. And you guys
it
went
was-
down to what,
yeah,
Savannah?
It was my wife's birthday, and we went down to Savannah. And so we did kayaking, which was really cool. We did like a ghost tour, which was really cool. But one cool thing
Bring that
happened.
mic up closer to you.
Yeah. One cool thing did happen. So we stayed in a historically haunted hotel.
Did you know that first?
Yes. So Kaylee
On purpose.
Kaylee's kind of she's not really a believer, but she just thinks the whole thing's fascinating.
To clarify,
And
his wife is also named Kaylee.
Yeah, my wife's also named Kaylee.
Yeah.
Different
Not the
Kaylee.
same wife.
Yeah, but so yeah, she knew that, and she thought it would be really cool. And this hotel is actually one of the oldest structures in Savannah, which is really neat. It's the Eliza Thompson House, and yeah, so it's the way it used to be a carriage house, forever ago.
What's a carriage house?
You keep horses.
Okay. I'm retarded. Keep going.
They keep horses. Anyway, so the place is awesome. It has this really cool
Is it like just a
outdoor-
house, like a big house, or is it like a hotel?
well, it's a house, and then there's like a connector part that's the hotel.
Okay.
And this big patio area.
Gotcha.
That's really awesome. But anyway, being the cigar guy, I was like, I'm going to smoke cigars down there with
Right.
my drinks and whatever. And went down the first night and hung out with these two guys that were there. They were in a fraternity, and we're just drinking beers and talking about beers and cigars. It was awesome. And this dude shows up, and he starts drinking with us. and
Just by himself, just a standard, just a regular
yeah,
dude.
just a guy, and he he's just very well spoken dude, whatever. And we were actually talking about video games for the whole night, like up till like 3 o'clock. Like we were all just chatting about stuff.
Yeah.
And the next day we saw him and his wife, and I found out what he does because that didn't come up till
Right.
we were up till 3 o'clock. What we did didn't come up.
Right.
But I was like, so what are you doing here? He's like, oh, I'm a paranormal investigator. And I was like, holy cow. That's awesome.
And he was there.
He was there. He was there
to do his investigations.
Doing investigations. And I was like, man, that's really cool. As I too think that that whole thing is fascinating. The whole like static whatever spikes and temperature spikes and things
Talking
like that.
to the other side.
Yeah, talking to the other side, exactly. I think it's all really fascinating. But they moved him up to the top floor from his previous room, where I guess there's like the most activity. It's like
Isn't it like a special room?
Yeah, it's like a special room, I guess. Like,
It might be.
It's definitely.
I mean, so I will say that he produced some audio files that it was us talking, and then there was stuff in there, and I saw the stuff like recorded in real time.
Because he had,
I was there.
what's that called, Spirit Box or some shit?
Yeah, he had this thing called a spirit box, and I don't really know. I don't exactly know how it works.
It picks up frequencies.
But it goes through different frequencies. Like really, really fast.
That's how recording works.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was pretty cool.
I can barely hear you, Derek.
I had his mic off. I didn't
No,
realize.
he's just hating,
Yeah, on accident. He had his mic off.
So you hear all
Did you
this
do any
stuff.
ghost hunting with the guy? Did
A
y'all
little
go on
bit.
an adventure?
We did.
We need to hear about the adventure.
We just went upstairs, and he did his thing where he's like
Oh.
asking questions. He did his thing where he's asking questions, like, you know what I mean, asking
But
questions.
you
like,
didn't,
hey,
you
who's
didn't, you
in
didn't
here?
see
It's like,
anything.
so-
He just
I
picked
didn't
the
see
stuff up.
anything. Yeah, I was just
Gotcha.
picking up the sound, but there's some sound clips that were pretty cool. I thought it was neat.
I will say, Donnie, I have been ghost hunting, and I went in a complete non-believer, and we heard some freaking audio on our recorders.
Dude, okay, look, I'm not that kind of guy that's like, oh, it's got to be real or it's got to be fake. Like, it's whatever. But I will say that I heard some stuff that I can't explain. Like, it was our recording, our talking, and then there was stuff on top of it. It like audio in it that was not there.
You did mention, which you haven't mentioned here yet, about his wife.
What about his wife?
She was sick
Oh, yeah,
in the
yeah,
other
yeah,
room.
Yeah. But that was upstairs, and there was a creepy audio clip upstairs, but we also got stuff downstairs. So I was like, well, maybe she's like playing something, and then it's playing an audio file, and it's picking it up or something. I don't know. But I'm always trying to look for a way to disprove it. And the stuff downstairs in the courtyard.
Here's my thing. So if I don't feel like it would be his wife, because why would he even be there in the first place? He's an amateur. He's not even a professional.
So he said he's been doing it for about a year.
Right.
And
He's hired by the hotel.
yeah.
You know what?
He
It's
just
very
lives
possible.
there in the hotel.
That
and
is
just
a
tells stories.
possibility right there.
Well,
it's like he just comes up as like
Paid actor.
just a random. Yeah, exactly.
Paid actor. yeah.
Exactly.
Well, so he actually does have a website. I was going to share the website.
I can answer some questions in the meantime, real quick.
Sure.
Superior Lawn
Honestly,
Care.
My house sounds more haunted than this.
We got ZV5 or
does.
NSV4, deepest bass. Can the X get close to those? If you're just chasing the frequency response, you can get them pretty similar depending on your spider stiffness. You can soften it up to get, a little bit deeper frequency response. We offer them stock with different stiffness spiders because of the power handling. But it's pretty common, like someone will get like an NSV4 with the X spider to get the bass a little deeper.
That's like the best combo.
Yeah,
for,
and then I've even had
demo
guys ask for the X spider on the bigger stuff.
Ryan wants to know if you have any stock tips.
No, I'm not there yet. No, I'm not there yet. Razor's Edge. Are you still going to offer the thicker asphalt deadener? Yes, that is still. That's actually the Vibraflex type stuff, and that's still available. Stock tips, Ryan. I'm not doing anything right now, honestly, because I'm like, house shopping. I'm trying to keep my cash on hand.
Derek,
So I'm kind of off it right now.
you're making noise.
Kind of off it. Okay, I have everything right now.
Oh, is it you? Every time he would turn that way, it would you'd fucking make a noise. Like,
a ghost.
These are brand new chairs. They shouldn't be squeaking yet. Oh,
The
shit.
stock market's pretty crazy right now.
Dude.
There's no good tips.
All right. I'll give you a tip.
You're better at rolling the dice.
Yeah, this again. I'm not a professional here,
Index
but
funds. Just put it all in index funds.
there is a stock called Neo, which is like the Tesla of China, and I made some pretty good money off of that the past month.
Brad
And
made
they
tens
seem
of
to
dollars.
be on a decent incline, so it's called Neo, N-I-O, not N-E-O, N-I-O. Check those guys out. Other than that, I ain't doing very good. I lost a bunch of money.
I'm just kind of chilling because I had to get all my cash available for this whole moving thing that I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Jake's about to buy a mansion.
I wouldn't go that far.
That's a good question.
What's the
SPL
question?
Cone, Black Sweater Z5. I mean, you get a pretty good overall response. Like when you put that SPL cone on there, it kind of sounds more like a U or something.
Yeah.
But it still has more excursion.
If you're gonna do a ZV5 with an SPL cone, I do suggest at least going with the brown spider. It'll help kind of even out the FS.
the
so that
compliance,
will
yeah.
be
You know,
good.
I actually did soften the SPL surround on the newest ones, so it's not
Oh,
as
yeah,
stiff
that's
as it
right.
used to be. Yeah,
But it's
'Cause
still shorter, obviously.
Yeah, it was like way stiffer. And some of them, the soft ones, haven't gone into production yet. Like I think the 10s are all still really hard
right.
because we
Donnie,
don't do a lot of 10s. We keep them
Uh,
clean though.
you had some other shit go down too.
you talking about the guy at the fountain?
Yeah. So
Oh,
give
man.
us that story. I want
Like
to hear
the
that
city
too.
of Savannah burst in and arrest me for
No.
for telling this story. So I was so everything in Savannah is like it's all like little circles or whatever, like historic sites. They're everywhere. And I was just reading this sign next to a fountain about this obelisk, and I was like, oh, it's very interesting. And Kaylee comes up and kicks me. She's like, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. And I'm like, what are you? I'm trying to read this thing. She's like, no, we gotta go, we gotta go. And I look at the fountain because that's what's it's like from here to Jake probably. And there's a dude just washing his balls in the fountain. And I was like, oh man.
Oh, did he have them out?
No. He was just like getting water and doing this. But
Wow.
like
His
it
balls
like
was hot.
Yeah, his balls was hot. It was really disturbing. He was just like
I would have pointed and laughed.
Well,
You didn't record this?
no, I wanted to get.
I'd have been on World
No,
Star.
I'd have been all over that man, just pointing and laughing and phone out.
I
Come
just,
on.
I was made me feel weird. I was like, I don't like this, so I just
Yeah.
left.
All right. So Superior Lawn Care had a question about.
Well, I got one before him. The guy says, and Aaron again says, am I going to rip the surrounds in the fourth order? It depends on how much power, Aaron. At that point, with your sub, your suspension limit is your surround. So if you see the SPL surround, especially the old harder ones, starting to dimple, you need to back down a little bit. But unless you have a lot of power, it's not really a concern.
Yeah.
And let's see, what else do we got here?
Well, let me get to this guy. So Superior
merch,
Lawn,
merch.
Yeah, he had a question about merch. There's a lot of places you can get merch. Site where we don't really have merch up. We just have like decals and actually more like recones and stuff. For merch, there's a lot of places. We got Kyle in here right now. Kyle does Basehead Tees.
He does.
Which is baseheadtees.com, right? Best place to go for that. Actually, he doesn't just do Sundown. He does some other companies as well. He also has Sundown After Dark shirts. And do you still have that promo running? Sundown After Dark?
I sure do.
After Dark.
He's like, let me
doing
fix it right now.
It's
Matter of fact, I do.
So baseheadtees.com, you use promo code After Dark on his
Cool.
thing.
He just added it back. Just
I don't
now. He
remember
just
the
did it.
percentage. It's like 10 or 15% off. And then we've got Derek in here. He does the Sundown Unofficial. You can get a bunch of shirts there. Both have different styles of shirts. So you take your pick, check them out. Derek, what's your general pricing on shirts?
$20.
There you go. That's a good deal. And then for those of you that are watching right here on YouTube, if you look right below your video, there's a Teespring ad right there. We've got hats, T-shirts, hoodies, stuff like that. And you've got Sundown After Dark and regular Sundown audio products as well. So plenty of places. Not our website though, as of right now.
I'm gonna tag myself back in here. I got a couple more questions here. New LCSs, Kevin. That would be by the end of the year. And then there'll be 10s and 12s. Still only dual 4 coils. Can't think of a good reason to sell the LCS in a dual 2, to be honest with you. Let's see here. I'm gonna come back to Mr. Cash there. I'm gonna do Aaron first. I don't know how you could improve a ZV5. It's perfect. Well, I'm gonna let you know I did it. Jesse, how do you feel about that ZV6?
Yeah, it's in.
Oh, I didn't
we're
think you were
testing
going to bring
it.
that up.
Yeah. Jesse is testing some early prototypes here.
You basically take everything you love about a ZV5, make it a little bit better, and that's it.
I think the biggest
That's the
thing is the 8-layer, the capability of using the 8-layer coil. Just a little bit better power handling.
I mean,
Well-
I saw a pretty solid gain.
There's some
Across-
subtle changes as well that actually decrease the distortion a little bit further.
Oh yeah.
In addition to the extra motor force, and Jesse again, he's about to tell you how it sounds.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much saw a gain across my entire bandwidth. I saw a huge gain down low. I mean, and thermal handling is insane. Like, I probably smelt coil like one time.
How much
Since
power
I
you
know-
got there, Jesse?
Right about 5K sub, which that's well above rated power.
Well above. Yeah.
Killing it.
We're still going to recommend. Most folks are going to end up running anywhere from a 4K to a 4K to a 6K for a pair. Make sure you get dual ones, obviously.
So let me see if I can get everybody else's stuff here. 8K on 2 subs, Aaron. That's pushing it, but I would just say just watch the subs and just like if they really look like the soft parts are stressing, that's going to be your indicator right there. Get Kendra real quick. Smaller salt amps. I'm working on a 2 and a 3. I want to go back to Cash's question. Can you scroll back up so I can?
Yeah, here we go.
What are the difference between the ZV3, ZV4, ZV5, and ZV6-18s?
Whew.
So the original ZV3-18 is actually going to be pretty similar in performance to the U18. The U18 is actually a little bit more efficient, a little bit louder, and a little bit lighter.
ZV4, we changed it halfway through.
ZV4 was the first ZV4-18 had the 6-spoke, but had the mega roll, so it sounds like the new platform stuff.
We used a spider spacer on that.
And we had a adapter at a 10-inch spider.
Mm-hmm.
Then we changed it to the Sundown basket, which is even more excursion, even less distortion. Between the ZV4 to ZV5, you got more linear excursion and lower distortion across the board. Maximum SPL was really not terribly different until you got past linear excursion where the ZV5 would pull ahead. And then the ZV6 just takes everything prior to it and just murders it. I mean, that's really all you can say about that, to be honest with you. Let's see, what else? We got anything else here that I need to...
Jesse, did you measure gains from ZV5 versus ZV6 in your system?
Yeah, but I'm waiting until I get my door fixed because in the process of testing the ZV6, I've destroyed my passenger door. So
if that tells you how much louder it is.
You got it in a Lexus, too.
It's louder with the door broken, so...
That's awesome.
So let's see. Would you want to be tuned above the FS or a little below?
That is to your preference.
It's not as big of a deal as you would think with high excursion woofers.
Generally speaking, you want to tune a little bit higher than your FS.
Yeah, traditionally, like especially with a low excursion driver, if you're tuning below FS, you're going to run out of stroke pretty quickly. But it's not as big of a deal these days.
I'll take Matt's question.
Yeah, you go ahead, Brian.
All right, SLD 12. Same thing with like an SA12 and even an SD Series 12. For sealed, you want to do 1 cubic foot. You can go a little bit smaller if you need
About
be.
3/4. You can go down 3/4.
It gets a little funny around there, but try to keep it around 1 cube. If you did like a gross volume of 1 cube, that should be perfect. For ported, the SLD can do ported. Now, the SD4 and SD3s cannot do ported. Yeah. So SLD can do ported. I would recommend around 1.5 to 1 3/4 cube net volume for that.
I would expand a little bit on that. I would absolutely never port an SD3. But if you had to port an SD4, it would tolerate it. But if you're gonna port it, I would just get an SLD.
Exactly. If you want a shallower woofer and you want to do ported, go with SLD. Yep. The cool thing about the SLD series is you get like a lot for your money.
You do.
It's a more economical price, and you get a lot more output than you would an SD4.
Yeah, you can basically consider the SLD a shallow SA Classic.
Right.
You basically take SA Classic and you make the coil and motor a little shorter, and that's what it is.
Yeah. Donnie, didn't you have some more stories about your whole trip was like a big story?
Let me just say that my brain is it's just mush right now.
I got a story.
I'm dead serious.
From work or from your?
From work. Today has been awful, and you know this, Brian. And I'm sorry. Like I just said, Savannah's basically a bunch of circles. There's squares.
I'm gonna get you in the squared circle, Hogan.
Like I'm very yeah. It's been a.
I got a story, Brian. When I went to go buy this scotch, I told you guys. I went to go buy this scotch because my wife wanted some tequila yesterday for a Mexican Independence Day. And
why didn't we have a party at work?
Well, they had a party in there. You didn't hear it?
I mean, that's like every other day.
He wasn't here.
Oh, yeah,
we just didn't get invited to the party.
So I went to the ABC store down the street, and I'm pulling in my car. And there's an old Ford pickup truck there, like a lawn service truck. And as I'm pulling into space, I see the dude is like looking at me hard. And I'm like, oh, I know this guy's going to talk to me. This is going to be awesome. Because he looked like a really funny guy.
Take him upstairs and do his thing.
So I get out of the car, and I can immediately tell this guy is hammered. Like, he is hammered.
He's got done driving.
Yeah, he is driving. He's the driver. So the other guy must have been drunker that went in the store. So he's like, bro, is that like one of them real AMGs, bro? And I'm like, yeah, it's an AMG. He's like, oh, it's fucking cool, bro. It's got turbos and shit. And I'm like, yeah, man, it's got turbos. Dude, it's fucking sick. And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's fucking sick, bro. He's like, it's got 4 doors. I'm like, yeah, I get all the kids in there. He's like, man, it's fucking, bro. I'm like, cool. I'm like, hey, man, you take care of yourself. He's like, I fucking am, bro. I fucking am.
And that's who's cutting your grass.
Yeah. So I go into the store, and the other guy's leaving, and then I hear the cashiers talking like, this is their 5th trip to an ABC store today. The other stores called. They've been going to all the stores. Can we stop selling them? What's the rule? Can we tell them no? And I was like, man, those guys are having a hell of a day. Holy shit.
That's something when the ABC stores call each other about that shit. It makes you wonder how many times that happens in a day.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that they called.
Why they would even do that?
They probably cut him off.
I'm assuming that they called the authorities because that guy should not have been driving. Because they were talking about calling somebody.
Yeah, he probably definitely shouldn't have been driving. But I mean, damn, if I want to walk in an ABC store and buy 6 bottles, like.
Right, but they didn't. They would go get one and then drink it, then go to the next one and then drink it, and then go to the other one and drink it.
And then cut someone's lawn.
While
And then
they're-
go to the next one.
While they're driving.
Those guys are having a hell of a time.
They're brown bagging it while they're cutting your grass.
Yeah, I really hope that they made it home safe and they didn't injure anybody else.
God, I hope so.
But that was crazy. The dude was just like sloshed, and he was just having a great time talking to me.
Yeah. Sam says thank you for having our show this year, and thank you, Sam, for coming, buddy. We always enjoy your presence.
These another Sundown show. We're doing another show. At
Hey, let's talk about that
Absolutely.
because you know what
We're doing another show.
You were
We're doing
mentioning
an
something.
unofficial Sundown Show V2.
Okay, yes. So this is going to be finals, but not finals.
Yeah, there's no official DB Drag finals this year, so I wanted to try and have some kind of finale show to replace DB Drag finals. And as soon as I started talking about it, one of the head judges, Jeremy Kramer, messaged me, got with me, said he wanted to do the same thing, and so we just started
Right.
corresponding and cooperating and trying to arrange some kind of event.
Are we going to do demos? Is this going to
Yes,
be
yes.
so? It's not going to be really a finals. See, finals you don't do demos.
Correct. And the event page right now is called Not Finals
Right.
2020. I'm just unofficially calling it Sundown Show V2, even though the priority is going to be DB Drag Finals,
Right.
Unofficial DB Drag finale for the season, and
should we
unofficial
do-
IASCA finale for the
You
season.
thinking we should do vendors?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it just
We're
like
just going to do a full blown
I'm
show.
gonna do it just like Sundown Show,
All right.
but I'm putting a little more emphasis this year on the DB Drag lanes and the IASCA lanes. So Joey Perry's coming to be the primary IASCA judge.
Right.
It'll be a 3X world record event. It'll be a 3X DB Drag event.
We should get Travis Chin out here.
Right now, I am looking into if we need to.
He's cool.
We're basically gonna rent out a enormous tent. I mean, when I say enormous, it's like 50 by 100.
Because it's always a chance of raining when it's a cold
Did you say,
outside.
Did you
yeah.
say November for this?
November 21st is the date right now. Back at Hickory Motor Speedway.
Right.
Hell, this is news to me.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm looking at renting out a huge tent. We're gonna put it right in the infield and set up all the competition in there under the tent.
Okay.
Just to give it a little more finals-like atmosphere, where it's an outdoor venue, but we will have some kind of cover over us.
Gotcha.
And that will be for all the IASCA lanes. The DB Drag lanes will be in there under the covered tent. All of the competitor parking for DB Drag and IASCA, we're trying
Gotcha.
to get all those guys in there.
Try not to
good.
smoke Chris out over here.
Yeah.
We also we've expanded a little bit already.
You want
We
trade?
talked to the owner of the track. There's a big field that's, if you're looking at the track to the left of it, there's a big field on that side that's
Okay.
also fenced in. We have access to that field, so a lot of the demo only guys, if we run out of room, we're going to start sending people out there
Okay.
to the field. I got to talk with the owner a little bit more because we're going to try and get basically a walk-through gate installed. So
Oh.
if people do go out there and because right now to walk through, you have to come all the way down basically to the flag stand,
Right.
half the track, and you got to get in that way.
Oh,
so we want to get a
okay.
gate
You want
installed
some,
on
Kyle?
the other side. So if anybody just wants to walk back and forth through, it's real easy to do so.
Nice. I didn't even know that area existed over there. Hell, I'm surprised the SQ guys don't go back there.
Yeah, I've been there at the Speedway when they're having other events, and they actually brought in a bunch of like kiddie rides and inflatables and stuff and set it up over there in the field. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is something I'm looking to also potentially do later on in the future at Sundown Show. We're going to try and bring in some more fun for the kids. Bring in some stuff, some inflatables, some rock walls, things like that.
Sundown unofficial
so-
bouncy castle.
So people can. So for people to
I
get.
actually have a bouncy castle.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
A council. You have a bouncy council.
I have a council of the castle.
All right. So for people to look up more information about that,
you
you
some
can
of
go to
mine.
Facebook, and it's the
Yeah, right now it's just called Not Finals 2020.
Not Finals
is the
2020.
event.
Okay,
This
so
is the
check
last-
that out,
this is the
folks.
last event.
Now, other than us changing the priority to the DB Dragon Alaska season finale,
I can't hear you.
the other big, really big change we're going to do, I'm going to try and make an announcement, is trailer parking has to go outside. So if
Yes.
you come in and unload, cool. You have to then take your trailer and tow rig, get them back outside the
Yep.
gate, so we can try and make some more room inside and accommodate everybody.
Yeah.
That's
It
awesome.
got
I'm
really
excited.
cramped in
That's
there
really
this year.
cool.
Hell yeah! And what's the date on this?
November 21st.
November
Are you going to
21st.
have new
So we're gonna-
shirt designs? Like, are you going to do like an exclusive one for the show? Because that'd be
no.
really
We're gonna
cool.
have
That would be
Thanksgiving
cool.
dinner.
I have no desire to do an exclusive shirt design for the show.
A turkey.
I know what we need. We
gotta
need,
have
we
a
need
turkey on it.
we need a booth stump Nathan Munson. You just go ask him a question.
Any
Right.
cardio question
Ever.
forever in history.
Well, that date kind of
I was about to say any question.
What's-
I'm going to come up with a
what's
jar
score?
of jelly beans. How many jelly beans are in this?
What score did John Henry do at DB Drag Finals
Right.
1996?
Right.
Nathan's gonna be like, "Well, that jar's about 4 inches across, and I know the average density of a jelly bean."
Aaron McVeigh had a question. Was what would you do on a sealed side for 15? I think you're talking about ZV515 or any of our mega roll.
Isn't that like on a fourth order, like 2.25?
you
Derek?
want to do close to 2?
I would want at least 2.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to dig deep, 2.5.
Yeah.
That's actually what we did in our van. We did 2.5. We knew we wanted it to smash the lows,
Mm-hmm.
so we went a little bigger on the sealed side, and it really helped to dig deep. And
Right,
it-
right.
Yep.
That thing peaked at in the 20s.
Yeah.
That's what it'll do. It'll just bring out the low end a little.
There wasn't much of a bandwidth in that vehicle. It was like deep.
It did. I mean, it did okay, but we knew the initial
Windy.
goal. What everybody wanted, and to show off the big built subs of ours was smash the lows. That's what
Yeah.
everybody wanted. So we're like, the only goal of this is smash the lows.
All right,
And
so,
it did do 160s at like 26 hertz.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, that was pretty fun.
somebody one wants to know if we do if we thought about doing UV protection on our woofers, and
What
that's
do you
probably
guys
not
think
a
about it? Like, I think he wants to add his own. Like, that wouldn't hurt anything. It's just like a
Yeah,
spray or something.
That,
It'd be
like
fine.
that never wet shit that works. Obviously, you have to spray it over a few times here and there. Now, have we thought about it? If we ever do like a marine grade speaker, you probably wouldn't even need to do.
Yeah, I mean, most of like as far as just
Oh,
sunlight.
I'm thinking of water resistance.
Yeah. Most of our subs are, like don't really have a problem with UV.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah, I think the new Neopros with all the carbon fiber cones, they're pretty UV
they hold up
resistant
really well.
already.
Yeah, and then we have the new Pro Coax that Derek's going to be testing here soon.
Ryan Maxey wants to know what are some of the biggest gains y'all have seen SPL wise
Man.
that surprised you when you're building a vehicle.
I was
Some
kind of
cool
impressed
tips.
with the old Jeep back in the day where I gained 1.2 dB with basic deadening.
Didn't you have to remove some deadening and you gained
I did, yeah. I actually gained 0.9 of that just on the roof, and that was just with second skin dampifier. Just like wasn't even Vibraflex back then. It was
Speaking of Second Skin, they wanted to do a show, so I think we're gonna get the Second Skin.
yeah, man.
guys
That
here
guy's
one
cool.
day.
Is it still Gosh, that guy. What's his name? A very distinct name.
God, it's not Sterling, is it? Something
It
Sterling.
was something like that. Yeah.
We only know like a few Sterling, so
It wasn't Sterling though. It was something even different than that.
it was something similar. I
But
forget his
yeah, he
name.
was cool. He came by the Claremont shop.
Yep.
Right,
He-
so I got an awesome, the craziest gain ever. Was in the Isuzu that Zach Pump owns now. When doing some testing and tuning in that thing, and I was doing a kind of a little angled 45 kick out on the back of the loading wall. And I wasn't here at our shop. I saw I was at somebody else's place, and I had limited tools to work with. So I just had a straight board, and everything's angled inside that enclosure.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't contour the angles where I was at. So I just kind of had a straight board, got it to go in there, started testing with it. And I don't know, so I had something triggered me about the airflow because it was open on top and bottom. So I took a bunch of shop rags and I just stuffed them in the 45 to seal it off in a way. And so if you just look in there, you just see this board that's open top and bottom. There's funky angles, and it's just stuffed with rags. But it actually gained. So, and you're talking about a truck that does 170s.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
actually gained with rags just stuffed behind the loading wall.
I think the funniest gain I've ever had, I built a wall in my caravan, and time was limited, so I didn't have time to body work it, paint it, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually just went crazy with foil tape, just like, or AC ducting tape that you get from Lowe's. I went crazy with foil tape, did that, and
You wrapped your whole car in it.
well, no, I just wrapped the whole wall in it and the face of it. But the craziest gain was I actually would take and I would wipe down the inside and outside of the box with WD-40 and a microfiber towel, and the interior of the caravan, and it was 0.5, 0.6 every single time.
From WD-40.
It was lubing the SPL.
Yeah,
Holy
literally.
shit!
Oh, yeah,
He was,
that's old
he was
street
creating
class
some
shit
flow
there.
right there.
Get to a show. You cleaned your interior. You got all the dust off. You'd be in there with Armor All.
I
soaking
never thought
everything
that
up.
would do anything.
I remember-
I tried Armor All. I tried a bunch of other ones, but I tried.
WD-40 works the
Yeah,
best.
WD-40 actually worked
The
the best.
W.
I bet it smelled interesting in there.
It did. It
Gotta
smelled like
get
an
you some
oven.
W.
I remember Terry Brox was telling me back in the day, like changing the headrests of his like street car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a massive
Change
game.
it.
It just-
to
just
the
change the
SI
angle.
style square.
Yeah.
Just
that's
changing
open in
the angle or
middle.
completely changing them?
No,
taking them off,
you went
or-
to a whole different style. So a lot of the street guys back in the day, you didn't run an SI because of the sunroof. So you would run like a basic DX or something, but then you would change the SI style headrest because it was a square that was open in the middle.
Yeah.
and it would just allow air to flow a little bit better
Change
through
it,
the
change
middle
it
of
to
the
a solid
headrest.
piece.
No, you change it to the open piece.
Oh, change it to open.
Yeah.
piece,
Because
okay.
and back then we could still you could take your passenger seat and lean them all the way forward. Now they have a 30-inch rule. You got to keep your seat kicked back.
Right.
But back then you could slide your seat all the way forward and the open headrest let it breathe just a little bit extra. Through
Was
the
it
middle of
30
the
inches
headrest.
from the kick?
30 inches from the mic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the headrest has to be or any part of the seat has to be 30 inches back from the mic now. in
Oh,
DBJ.
okay.
I had another thing in my Jeep too, Brian. I want to talk about.
What's that?
If I deadened the driver's door, it was a gain. If I deadened the passenger door more than a minimal amount, I would lose.
You know, that's actually funny because through testing with Derek, we found that my car loses like 0.3, 0.4 if you hold the passenger door while metering. Like you literally, Dave would let go and
Maybe it's
instantly
helping-
gain
'cause
My
0.4.
my Jeep is like that. It's like a rust bucket, and if you tried to hold it, it would just be like, nope.
Well, your mic's up on that side. Maybe it's just allowing the air to flow a little better that way.
The only thing that the Jeep, sometimes the back glass the seal would come loose, and it would lose a shit ton.
Another funny one, like in the CRX, same thing. When you're doing any kind of door open testing, it's got this little coin like change slot on the side.
Yeah.
You'd open that and actually point the steering wheel out the door. The bottom of the steering wheel is like a Y shape. You
Right.
point it out the door, and it was 3/10 every time.
Wow. Shit.
It's hilarious.
That's
Giving away
wild.
all them secrets.
I was on little nitpick stuff.
Matt wanted to know the tuning frequency. Yeah, it's going to be the same as an SA. So 35 hertz is generally what you want to tune that
Yep.
SLD to. Up between 30 and 40, but 35 is your sweet spot.
You know, some people like a little lower,
I'm
but
a
I'm
32 hertz fan myself.
Gotcha.
I like the 35 myself, but 32, like some people prefer that. Yeah.
I'm a 35 guy.
35.
35.
18 hertz.
It's funny.
Don't
'cause-
do anything Kyle says if you don't want to blow your subs.
It's funny as my wall's actually tuned
So
26.
say, do people still listen
Literally.
to you, Kyle?
What?
Do people still listen to you?
What do you mean?
He's loud, but he just blows shit up, with the pickaxe and his.
What is up? What is up
This
with
is
your
crazy.
build? Is it working condition or
Yeah.
okay? Because every time you come to a show, you're still working on the damn thing.
I have to show that I'm involved in the build.
Oh, okay. you're just doing the trim work, the
Yeah.
last bits, right? Yeah.
That's right.
252 Customs helped you build that, didn't they?
Absolutely. That's how I got all
That's
my gains.
Derek's cousin, I believe.
Yep, that's how I got all my
Was
gains.
this the one that you saw, like, as you were driving to work, the truck that you saw you bought? Didn't you buy that?
Yeah.
You told that story in the last time you were on the show.
The truck used to be owned by a veterinary office that brought all the deceased animals. They transferred them to the, I guess, landfill.
You gotta call that bitch the pet cemetery.
Oh, Kyle.
So, funny thing is the guy that lives down the road from me. He drove it back and forth all the time. And
Nice.
so he got to see the when the owner of it bought it from the lot to where it's at now. So I've been meaning to actually take it down there to the vet just to show him, give him a little piece of what it actually looks
Nice.
like now. So
That's awesome.
yeah, but.
You gotta get like a pet cemetery poster or something and like put it on there.
Well, I mean, it's pretty much carrying it on now. I mean, we've got a lot of dead coils in there and dead.
Hey,
ants,
perfect.
so-
Yeah. The coils taste approximately like this.
Oh my god! You stay away from open flames with
Yeah.
this stuff.
This is
buddy.
not the Lefroy, but this is Ardbeg, which is also an Islay Scotch.
Any more of that left?
No, sorry.
Damn. I'm just gonna drink my White Claw like a basic bitch I am. All right.
Hey, there we go. Sturgeon. There it is. He's right there.
Sturgeon.
I knew it was like an S. Like yeah.
Well, that might be Eric. I'm not sure. But anyway, Sturgeon and Eric, I would love it if you guys came on the show. I know we talked about it probably about a year ago.
I'm horrible with names. I'm sorry. I forgot his name.
I don't think it was that long ago. Actually, thank you for Deadener for Donnie's build. His build's done now. But anyway, yeah, we were talking about it. Love to get you guys on the show. I know Sturgeon's nearby, but but Eric, I think, is out in like Arizona or somewhere far away.
I've used their products so many times over the years, and everything that they produce is really good quality.
Oh yeah.
Even though we sell Sound Deadener now, if
We've
you
got
want to
dinner, but they've got tons of other.
They
shit.
got everything, man. They
Yeah,
got it all.
I've got to try that Spectrum stuff when I actually do my car.
I've always wanted to try that.
Yeah.
We used it on Robbie's excursion, the
Yep.
sledge. We had I think it's a sledge. We bought the gun, the big bucket of just gunk, and all his doors, because it's such a pain to get in there and deaden the inside of the doors.
Oh yeah.
So we bought the
just
sled and
spray it
got
all.
in there and just kept spraying and spraying, and as crazy it is that that the excursion always peaked super low anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the more we just sprayed stuff in there and kept deadening it, the louder it got and the lower it got.
Yeah,
That thing, it was doing like 59 at 28 hertz.
Those guys are like
No
some.
wall.
There's some OGs in quality deadening. I remember when they came out, when the previous owner, and I was buying their original stuff.
It's like Aaron something. Wasn't it?
It was Ant. Yeah.
Ant. Yep. I had some old Damplifier, not Damplifier Pro. Was it? I don't know. Some
They had the regular
Alpha
stuff.
Damp. It was
then the
called
Pro.
Alpha Damp
Yeah,
back
then
in the
they had
day.
Alpha,
Yeah.
and then they had some like CLD tile or something. I think they called it. They probably still sell a lot of this stuff. They could probably clarify.
All my old street cars had all second skin in it.
It's good shit. Hell, Donnie's trunk doesn't really rattle at all. Do you ever hear that thing rattle?
No.
Yeah, that's.
No.
Yeah, we only put a single layer on it too,
Yeah.
but we did it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it works real good. I did this
And Donnie cut himself.
Cut myself.
back in the day
Pretty
when I had my BMW 325. I did second skin on the lid, and I also filled in all the gaps with expanding foam. That sucker didn't move at all. It was awesome. So Ryan, am I doing a three-way setup? Ryan, I am working on. I might rename the series, but right now I'm calling it the X series component. It might be moved up to Z series because I have some other component things I'm working on once development's done. But I am working on a mid, and what I want to try to do is something a little different because I love dome mids. I was a big fan of the DLS Iridium Silk Dome. The only problem that it had is it couldn't play very low because it didn't have a lot of excursion, but it sounded amazing. So I'm going to try to make actually a hard dome mid-range, probably carbon fiber dome with somewhere around 4 millimeters of one-way stroke is what I really want to do. So I think that's going to be pretty great because there's so many good cone mid-ranges that I feel like it wouldn't be special enough for me, as far as a high-end product. So I want to do something totally different. They're like, well, if you want a 3-inch cone mid, well, Stereo Integrity's got some great shit there, and like a couple other companies have some great shit there. But nobody really makes a high-stroke dome mid, and I like the dome mids because
high stroke dome.
I like the dome mid because off axes they're great, because the dispersion and stuff.
I can't wait
What
till you
we've
come
been-
out with that. By the way,
Yeah, what we've been doing right now is you take a basic SA component set and add in the SA 2.75.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
that's a
get
good option.
An awesome three-way setup like
oh
that.
yeah,
And Aaron Dunkel has those in a Iasca SQ setup. He has the new ones. He has the prototypes. He has a Neo Pro 8,
Yep.
the new 2.75, and an SA tweeter, and he does very well in SQ. SA8 version 3 for bass.
he's got it's an SA-8,
Version 3.
but I built it with weird parts. I did some weird shit.
We
for
might have
him.
made it a little softer. I think.
I did like a SA. I did a V2 top layer spider, which is the only spider that's
Super soft, yeah.
Yeah, that came out really well. And he's got it in a fourth order too, I think.
Yeah, because the geometry, the roll is the same roll. Just the V3, it was a pack. It was a little stiffer.
Yeah. And let's see, Kendra, I want to know what we're doing with the van. Well, the van's for sale, man.
The van's torn
Come
apart.
and buy it.
Yeah, if somebody wants it, come buy
Thanks,
it.
thanks,
If not,
EXO.
We might do something later with it.
Hey.
Thanks for the $2. Yeah.
I think Kyle should buy the van.
Thing is, we don't really need
We
it.
got to buy a house.
So the whole thing about the van is
Hey, Kyle, I got a house for sale.
we have to take it to the shows, and it got to the point where it's like it's so heavy,
Yeah, it's big. It was heavy.
and then
it
we
was a
didn't even need
pain
it
in the
because
dick towing
all
it
of
to shows.
all of our team guys have these big builds doing just as good, if not better, than the van was doing. So it's like we'll just have them in the booth.
You got a big garage. You got
And we've
nine
got-
cars with a garage.
We've got the BMW. We can show that thing off. It looks nice. It's pretty, and we can just drive the big ass fucking 650 around. Have fun.
My boys still want me to take him to school in it because I did a couple times last year, but it didn't have the wrap on it yet. So like, Dad, we want to show our friends. I'm like, all right, I'll do it sometime. I'll take you to school with it.
Speaking of EXO, we're in a new studio now, so you need to come back and do another show with us. That'd be fun.
And if nobody buys the van anytime soon,
Same thing with Ed.
I'm end up doing an extreme build with it. Oh
That'd be awesome.
So
Now
That's a
nobody's
lot.
gonna
no
buy
one's
it.
going to buy it.
No one's gonna buy it. They want to see it.
Yeah, that's a shit ton of work.
All right, Derek, paint it pink.
Yeah, what, Project
Kendra will take it.
SPL?
We'd wrap it.
Project SPL V2.
All right, sold to Kendra Holly. Where's
Yep.
the gavel?
So EXO, Jake took his kids to school in that thing plenty of times.
Yeah, I did, but it wasn't wrapped yet. But it's got the air brakes and shit, and the boys were like, "Yeah, woo!"
So I think we'll go ahead and call it a day here.
Oh, wait,
guys.
hold on.
Oh,
Brian,
what
we
you
ain't
got?
done, Brian. What you talking about?
Well, even if we're not done, I got one thing real fast.
What's that?
So I totally butchered that story.
Oh, what happened?
And, no,
Which
no,
one?
No,
Which
no,
story?
The ghost thing.
The guy
I screwed
washing
that
the
up.
balls?
But anyway, well, so no, that was perfect. That was spot on. Anyway, so I just wanted a quick plug. Chris at charlestonparanormal.com. He's really passionate about this stuff. It's like he's like the Jake of ghost hunting.
Yeah.
So check out charlestonparanormal.com, and it'll all be explained a lot better than I could. So I apologize, but we might bring back some stuff for the Halloween episode, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Wanna do something cool
He's
for
got
Halloween
some
episode?
recordings.
We
Yeah.
gotta do a ghost hunt
Yeah,
in the building.
yeah, that's cool.
This building
It's pretty creepy.
We have to go to the old building.
Yeah.
Oh, the old building would have been way better.
Yeah, that's where you got to.
we
That's
can
where
make
you got to
something
do
happen
it.
here.
Well, just real fast.
Look,
If
there's the
Chris is-
utility room with the little kitchen accessory that looks like they slaughtered dead
Yes.
bodies in it. We can totally do something here.
And it's
Yeah.
always wet in there too.
It's all bubbly in there because they use a
I
lot
don't
of
know
they use a
why.
lot of
There's
hydrogen
a
peroxide
whole
in there.
washroom next to the utility room, and it makes no sense.
It's always
It's
wet.
that somebody was slaughtering bodies and then cleaning up afterwards. It's the only thing that makes sense for that room to be like that.
So, Chris, if you're watching, you need to come to this building.
and then there's
do
even
your
like there's the pit that's now
investigating
covered
here.
up. There's the pit where they dump the bodies.
Yeah.
It's there.
There's
Hunt
a lot
for
of
Kathy Ireland's ghost.
Hey, Brandon stole all the pictures. So the company that was in here before was Gold Toe Moret Socks,
yeah.
and Kathy Ireland was one of their models, and there was like hundreds of pictures, and Brandon took them all home, and they're probably all sticky now.
But she's not dead.
I don't know either.
I
I
don't
don't even
I
know
don't think she's
who
dead.
is
I do
Kathy
not
Ireland.
think
But her
she's
career is.
deceased.
Her career is dead, but I don't think
Well, she married.
She's still
she
alive.
married rich. She's good to go.
We're gonna go ahead and plug Ruckus Show because that's coming up too. So that's November 7th. Where is that, Kyle?
That's at the Fayetteville Motor Speedway.
And that's a 2-day event, right?
Vietnam.
Saturday and Sunday, demo
You know what?
friendly.
I've never been. You want to know why?
Because
you're lame.
Because I was married at the time, and my ex-wife's birthday was always on that show during the time of that show.
So
you,
we can pencil you.
you can pencil me in.
Hey,
this
we
time,
got
buddy.
Kaylee Rea there. Ignores all the comments. What was going on? I might have. I must
Oh,
have
I think
missed
she said something about the not final show. It falls directly on her birthday.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Come celebrate it with us.
Definitely come on down. We'll throw you
Yeah,
a
man.
party.
Hey, somebody throw some questions out here.
No,
We're not done yet.
That's
All right,
horrible for
hey,
me.
so what was it last weekend? We had the Newport show, Team High Voltage. I went to
3 weeks
it was,
ago.
It wasn't that long.
2 weeks ago.
Was
2
it
weeks ago,
2
yeah.
weeks ago. All
Yeah.
right. Anyway, I took the 650 out. We went and showed off for people, and
Yeah.
after the show, I rode over to Pigeon Forge, which was really busy. I ended up getting gridlocked in traffic.
Because you
and
forgot it was a
making my
holiday
way-
weekend.
Yeah, I ended up making my way into Gatlinburg because I was locked in the traffic and couldn't get out to go anywhere, and ended up on a big loop-de-loop through the mountains around Gatlinburg, which was awful in the 650. And I took it downtown Gatlinburg in gridlock traffic. Like no joke. Me leaving Pigeon Forge heading into Gatlinburg, it took me 3 hours. And next thing I know, I came in the opposite side because I ended up on a loop-de-loop through the mountains. And it took me 3 hours to get through there and get in a parking space. And we see that truck is so big, the old roads in downtown Gatlinburg, you hang off both sides.
Yeah.
But everybody loved it.
Was that? Where's Paula Dean's at? Is that Pigeon Forge?
Pigeon Forge. is at
Paula
the-
Dean. Is that Corey Dean's aunt? I believe Corey Dean's aunt.
So two years ago, or well, a year ago, when I went with you guys, we went down to Pigeon Forge after the show, and
Oh, yeah. That would've
there
been
was
probably
a
after,
shit ton of people
it was after
there.
X's Power Show we did that.
It was that or finals, one of the two. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
There was a shit ton of people there, and a lot of little kids and their families, and we're just honking that train horn the whole
Oh,
time.
yeah, yeah. Cause
Just scaring everybody.
Yeah, X's Power Show every year falls when there's like some kind of like girls softball competition going on.
Right.
So when we go over to the island after, like we'll always go, like X's Power Show is Saturday, we'll go over to the island on Sunday and go hang out, eat at Paula Dean's because that place is awesome. We'll go over there. And there's like thousands of people there, but it's all these girls in this softball get up. And it's awesome to come through there in the 650, and there's just people just like cattle. They're shoved in
What
so
is
tight.
this?
Yeah, you get
It's like a
right in the
monster
middle and everybody's
truck.
looking at you, and then you just nail the train hard. You'll see people leave the ground.
When
Scare the shit
we
out of 'em.
drive in that thing, you're literally just as high up as truck drivers.
Pretty
Oh, yeah.
much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So I found out, I was reading these comments that the kids don't do the honk honk thing for the truck drivers anymore.
Really?
Did that get canceled? Is that
They
a
still
cancel
do.
culture thing?
One did it for
Oh.
me
Yes,
over
COVID
there in
canceled.
Newport.
Yeah, because he was a cool
we were-
kid.
I'm going
we
to
were
train
going
my boys
out-
to start doing it.
Dude, I
Yeah,
did this
we were going out
every
to
day on a
Mexican
bus.
food that Friday night when I drove over, and when I was pulling in the little parking lot, and this family was coming out, and there's like these two little kids, and they just froze like looking at this truck like, oh my god. And next thing I looked like one of the boys, he was doing something. I thought he looked like he was motioning, so I'm like, here we go.
He may have been retarded. We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they might just be going, wow, this is awesome. It looked like he was doing some funky sides.
That's funny.
Trucks, yay!
I took the monster truck when I bought my new TV because I don't know what's going on with the regular truck. I think I had something in the bed. Like I do, I have a bunch of gravel in the bed right now.
Yes.
So I'm gonna get my TV, and the guys at Best Buy were like, "Really? we gotta pick this TV up at this thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man."
It's like
It's
6
only
foot
a
to the bed.
TV. TVs
It's
aren't
like
that heavy.
6 foot to the bed, though. You're like,
That's
oh
a heavy
my
TV. It's probably 150 pounds. Poor Best Buy guys are like, "Come on, man." What's up with this, bro?
It's because you said that, and EX was like $2 more.
Thanks, buddy.
It's like they're throwing money. Brian acted
I'm
stupid.
not politically correct.
It's like a stripper, but it's like act stupid, Brian.
Hey.
Do something stupid.
Brian will strip. He
I've
will.
done it before.
He's done it
I
before.
don't think he's
on
drunk
the show,
enough
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, I've only had one White Claw. We're
I
good.
think
Let's keep the show going until Brian takes pants off.
that was easily one of
I'll
the
wear my special underwear today, guys.
that was easily one of the worst episodes. Everybody got to see Brian's.
Are you
ass.
kidding me? That's one of the best episodes ever. I watched.
That was
the
a
whole
3-hour episode.
So Condrell has got a decal for you. I'm going to print one up. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon's in the process of getting all the voltage that I need for my printer.
Oh, that's
so
right.
that's kind of what we're waiting
Oh,
on.
is that what they were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've yeah.
Yeah, he's been working on getting the proper voltage. I have to have like two.
Yeah, we need some special
hours.
wiring back
Yeah,
there.
Yeah. So
Hey,
Kyle-
we're gonna turn that up. We're gonna give you 480.
Kyle's got a printer like
twice as fast.
Kyle's got a printer like as big as this damn room. That thing's ridiculous.
but
Tell the people what all you can make with this thing. Baseheadtees.com. What can you get there?
well, at the site right now, you just get pretty much just printed shirts and stuff like that, and everything we do on the site is made to order. So once you make the order, it's printed that day or the day after.
How do you
depending
do
on-
a custom order with you guys?
At the moment, we're not doing custom printed shirts, only what we sell on the internet, actually on the site, just because of the whole, we're moving. We're in the process of moving. Like this
Right.
weekend, we have to go back,
Hey,
grab some more loads.
Kyle, when you making that shirt about the drywall punching team captain?
It's gonna have Monster energy drinks. On
Yeah,
the
I was
side.
telling my son is like into the memes now. He's like, "Dad, do you know a guy named Kyle that does drywall punching in high school?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know him." He's like, "No, there's no way you know a guy." I was like, "No, I know. Have you seen this thing? Like, he's gonna be the world champion." You know, he's like, he was a team captain in high school. He's like, "No, he's not." I was like, he's got the shirt and everything.
Yeah, I figured I'll find a vintage design and just add my stuff to it just to make it look
Right.
legit.
JJ's like totally doubting me right now, and then Kyle's gonna have the shirt, and he's like, "Dad, whoa,
Such a boomer.
you know the guy."
It's just to pump it up. I'll like make him a shirt his size and piece of drywall.
Hey, didn't we
can crush?
did we bring the drywall from Claremont, all the extra drywall, and we'll set it all up in his area and be like, he's practicing, he's training.
There's gonna be a hole. You gotta wear a sweatband, dude. You gotta wear a sweatband.
We'll just put a bunch of holes in it and be like, no, he's been training all week, man.
That's it. This feels like we're gonna set up something for Halloween. We're gonna build like a room and some drywall. We're gonna bring the kids just to create a little haunted house. And
EXO, who doesn't have a man crush on Kyle? I'm just
Right.
saying, like,
He's
who
such
doesn't?
a handsome man.
So you're saying a haunted house where Kyle just punches through the other side of the wall?
That'll
You see
just
these
be
big
one
fists coming
zone.
through.
There's no ghosts over here.
It's kind of like similar to the Kool-Aid Man.
You know, you
We need
know,
to do a video where Kyle pulls someone through the drywall. It's like,
you know who has a crush on you, Kyle?
Who's that?
Debbie.
Debbie.
She's got
awesome.
got pictures of you in her office.
true, yeah.
Who's that guy that she
Hey,
likes?
It was the dude, the actor from Stargate.
MacGyver.
Yeah,
Richard Dean Anderson.
Richard Dean
No,
Anderson.
And he's too
It's
old
MacGyver.
now,
It's
so
not
it's Kyle
MacGyver.
now.
It's not
It was MacGyver, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was
Was
MacGyver.
he was MacGyver.
She
What
got
the
us
hell?
some
It's
blueberry
MacGyver.
donuts.
She did. She was like, I'm going to get some donuts for
I don't,
Kyle.
actually, I don't think anyone
I think
remembers
she's
who
trying to
MacGyver is
plump me
now.
up. That's what it is.
She only got you
Yeah,
donuts,
That's
by the
right.
way.
A whole box.
The newest super lame.
Because she'll get donuts for everybody. No, she brought donuts in just for you,
A
Kyle.
whole box.
A whole damn box.
I know.
I bet you they were good too.
She's trying to fatten you up, Kyle.
Daylight donuts are pretty damn good.
No,
They're-
they
yeah.
they
What,
were
what,
delicious.
what kind did she bring you?
It was a full box of blueberry.
Oh,
Hell
I'm
yeah.
a blueberry
Was
lover.
that today?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, you like blueberries, Kyle?
I love
Debbie said, "Fuck the office today."
Well, no, she brought a single donut for Christina. I'm like, oh, you must be special.
No, you know why?
Maybe I
Daddy?
shouldn't have told y'all I have
Because
a whole box.
Because you and I talk about how fat we are all the time. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
probably
accurate.
what
That's
happened.
Kyle, hey, I can get you some fresh blueberries, man. My dad's got a bunch of blueberry bushes at his house.
Oh, yeah?
Not for much longer.
Yep, they sold the house. They're moving, but they still got
Yeah.
it.
Take
Your mom was
the
telling me
bushes
about
with
the
you.
whole-
Dig the whole bushes up and just take them with you.
They produce a retarded amount of blueberries.
Nice.
Bring them to your house.
I should do
I'd
that.
get the kids out there and help me pick them up.
yeah, man.
Hey, Matt wants to know what's up with your toe pig build.
Oh God.
Have you haven't? That's a whole system you haven't even. Well, hell,
No, I
half
haven't.
the shit you got rid of.
I haven't. No, I still got all the stuff. I just haven't touched it since the last videos I did, getting all the electrical set up, and then the freaking Rona hit and everything went haywire. And
That was the time to do
I
it.
have not done anything with it.
We've
since.
just been way too busy here in general.
Oh
Next
man,
to
holy
Sundown.
crap!
Sundown.
Part next to my truck. So
You are
we're good,
right.
right?
No, he's talking about my black
His
truck.
black truck.
Oh,
yeah.
I had a whole system I was putting in that, which I still have. All the stuff's still chilling. I never even got. I guess next step was going to be door speakers. Actually, I did get rid of the door speakers because I had some set
Yeah,
to the
for a
side,
dealer.
and then we ran out. And then people were like, "Oh, I really need these," and I'm like, "Well, I got these two." set aside
Derek
for me."
always does that. He's like, "Oh, these are my amps." Oh no,
Yeah,
they
well,
gotta go.
I was in the process of changing out amps into Project SPL, and
Right.
they're all gone now.
Yep. You have to wait till January for those.
Yeah, it'll be sometime next
I'm working
year.
on so much shit with components. Like I just released info about the E component,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, I'm gonna move around some stuff. Like the X will probably turn to Z. What was gonna be the U component will probably turn into the X, and I have something else in mind for the X
Oh,
component.
so what we had for the X component originally?
It'll probably go up to Z level.
Okay, and that was with the it was like a brass look or whatever.
Yeah. So that's the beryllium dome. So I'll probably take what I was designing originally for the U and make it the X, which is a magnesium dome. And then what I'm looking at for the actual U series component is probably like a higher end silk dome setup, and I'll probably have a coax, a 2-way component, a 3-way component, just like more of an accessible component, because like the other ones are going to be pretty expensive. Like what was the X will be the Z, like it'll be like $1,100 to get mid and tweeter.
Right.
So then what the U will probably be like $700 or $800. Which will be
Using,
the X, and then what will become the U will be like a $500 set.
Right. Using
Fat
beryllium, using beryllium, what does that do?
Beryllium is an incredibly hard material. It has almost no breakup modes until like 40,000 hertz.
It's very brittle.
It's hard and brittle, yes, but a tweeter, it doesn't move a lot, so it's not a big deal. And I
Right.
actually designed a relatively high excursion dual neodymium magnet underhung motor for it. So this tweeter by Motorforce has almost 2 millimeters of stroke,
Well,
and it has an FS of like 500 hertz.
if we're comparing, like a standard silk dome tweeter to beryllium,
Yeah.
silk dome we know
They're
it's gonna
soft.
be-
They're
it's gonna
soft and
be
gentle,
warm.
and they're soft and gentle. Now they are not the most accurate necessarily, although there's some really good silk domes out there. The hard dome is where you get your accuracy, but some of the hard domes like titanium, you get some breakups in the audible spectrum. Which I am using titanium in the E because it's like it's a pleasantly
It's
bright sound.
generally brighter sound. Yeah.
Yeah, and so then the SA is silk, which is a great silk tweeter. But I want to have a tweeter of essentially almost any material you can imagine in our line, because everybody has different tastes in tweeters.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, like I'm not traditionally a fan of hard domes, but I tell you what was really good. Donnie bought the car from me. I had a 3/4 inch Audax titanium domes in the Firebird up in the A pillars, and they were mounted off axis windshield firing. And so you didn't really hear a lot of those breakups, and it was a phenomenal sound.
I just know it sounded good.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
so I want to offer our customers pretty much any type of sound that you can imagine. And the higher end stuff, it's going to be kind of mix and match. Like you could buy like the now Z mid, and you're like, well, I don't want the beryllium, I want the magnesium. So then you get the X magnesium dome, or you could say, hey, I want to get the silk from the U series, and you can mix and match that stuff. That's what I want to do. Like so
Right.
you can get whatever kind of sound you want.
Are we going to offer a passive crossover with the X or what may be the Z
The top
series
end
now?
stuff, I'm
Yeah.
not doing a passive at all.
So everybody's going to be active.
Yeah, what was the X will be the Z, no passive. What was the U, which will become the X, no passive. But what will be the actual U, there will be a passive for it. It was like I feel like if you're spending that kind of money on a component, you're going to buy an active setup or you're going to have a DSP.
Yeah, Kevin says he likes the SD components. The SD components are actually what the old SA components were, the version 1s.
Yeah,
They're very
and
similar.
we took that and we upgraded it.
Yeah.
Even the tweeter is similar, but it's a little bit better back chamber.
And now something similar is going to be what we're coming out with next, which is the E series.
I was so excited about designing what I was calling the X, which would become the Z, because that tweeter is a beryllium dome, which I designed the motor myself, dual magnet underhung with multiple shorting rings. You know, I was like, oh, it's a tweeter. What do you blah blah? I'm like, I don't care. It's going to be high stroke.
High stroke tweeter.
Yeah, and I did that, and then I actually designed a rear chamber for it. Like I got the FS down to like 500 hertz on that thing.
Wow.
You know, so are you going to cross over that low? No, but
not unless you're playing super low.
Right. You don't have to, but this is the thing. Like, the farther away from FS you cross over a tweeter, the lower the slope can be and the less distortion is.
SQ guys would probably do it because they don't play loud.
Yeah, so I want that set. You set your crossover wherever you need it to be.
Right.
And so the dome mid's going to be the same way. It's going to be a low FS, high stroke. So it's like, okay, you based on your install, you set the crossover to where it needs to be, and the driver's just going to do what it needs to do. You know, I don't want the driver to be the limit. I don't want you to be like, oh man, I got to cross over my tweeter so high. No, man, I don't want that. I want you to be able to do whatever you need to do for your install.
What's up, Derek?
I've got some guys like Charles Haley and Mike Flanagan are doing some of the listening for me right now, and I'm trying to get the first prototype set back because nobody has the mids in a car. Like Charles has the tweeter in a car. And I'm going to get the mids. I sent them out for Clipple, the first ones.
Right.
And I did some modifications, but I want someone to just like really listen to the tonality and all that. So I'll probably get the mids out to like Mike or Charles, you know, one of those guys.
Derek,
I'm really excited.
Well, I don't remember because I test so much stuff. I don't know if Jake's talked about the upcoming kind of DSP stuff that we're working on.
We haven't talked about it much.
I haven't talked about that at all because it's so early, but I had a 6-channel DSP that Derek's working on testing for me. It's supposed to be about 6x150. You know, we're still working on the dyno testing because it's a totally different thing because basically the DSP unit takes place with the preamp section, you know, and so it might have to change the way that we do the input voltage and all that. But yeah, we're probably going to end up with a high-end 6-channel with a DSP built into it. And the cool thing about that particular unit is you could do a 3-way setup with fully active in there, and it also DSPs the sub, and there's a sub out.
Look at Kendrill's.
Damn it, Kendrill. That's funny.
We'll have to ask his wife.
I'm going to show you that beryllium right now.
In short, with a lot of the higher end component setups that will run fully active, and especially if anyone interested in a 3-way, the new potential 6-channel DSP, everything goes amplifier. With like all this just flows together.
Yep.
Here's my requests for DSP: as many channels as you can put out. You know,
how many channels you want, Brian?
8 to 12 channels, right? And I want to be able to.
That's a lot of channels. Jesus Christ.
I want to be able to individualize each channel as to where it is and the frequency range for each one and the distance. You know.
Yeah, time alignment. Yeah, so
I don't want things to be set. Oh, this is front. This is rear. You know, this is center. I want to be able to tell it where it's going.
Well, we'll work on that. So what I want to do is with my component sets, I want to prove to people like Sundown can do SQ. Because I mean, honestly, I'm an SQ guy at heart. I just design big, powerful subwoofers because I love it. You know, but I want sound quality. That's what I'm into. You know, and a lot of people are not willing to accept that from Sundown because all of our guys are so loud.
You're just SPL guys.
Yeah. So I'm like,
tons of dealers that call in, not dealers, but potential dealers. Like, I know you guys just do SPL, but like, I know it's really cool.
Dude, the SA component set honestly sounds incredible.
It is.
It's a $350 set. Sounds like a $700 set. You know, like I'm gonna just totally honest with you. That's what it sounds like. I've had the expensive speakers and they're great. You know, and what are my goals? Like, I'll tell you what. One of my ideal speakers is ScanSpeak Illuminators, and that's what I'm fighting. I'm trying to catch up to ScanSpeak, and I'm going to do it. And
what's up with those?
They're just amazing. Like, they have some of the best raw drivers on the planet.
Is that an older company? I don't know.
They've been around a long time. They're Danish.
I used to be a big Dyne Audio fan.
They're pretty good. They're similar. I would consider their technology similar to Morel, which is an Israeli company, but their technology is pretty similar. But to me, like if I can someday make and I will, and there is no if. Like I will make a product that's competitive with ScanSpeak, and then that's when I'll be happy.
Yeah, a lot of people bring up Focal, and Focal makes some damn good.
They
equipment
do
as
make
well.
some dang good products. It's not my style.
Right.
They are objectively good in the ways that they are good. It's not my style. You know, I have a style. I do. You know, so
We like your style.
when you buy Sundown, you're buying Jake's style. You know, that's all there is to
We
say
already
about it.
have SQ guys that are doing really, really well.
Yeah.
Even with some of our bigger subs.
Yeah.
Like Charles Haley does awesome. And
He goes ZV5.
yeah, these guys are running big subs. Even when Carl Vick had the Infinite Baffle thing going
With a
on.
special
I don't
nightshade,
even know
yeah.
if he's still running that now, but
No.
he was doing SQ for a while with that. And I mean, all the guys that run our stuff, they've done really well with it.
Yeah.
We did in the past. I know back once upon a time, like years and years ago, we had a few champion SQ guys.
Yeah.
That I don't think
Honestly,
they run our stuff anymore.
a
I think
lot
they
of
did,
the-
they
when you
did well.
when you develop a reputation, though, it's like it's hard to
Yeah.
break
Like
away from that.
like
'cause
a lot
you
of
can't
those
tell
guys
them, like,
go.
no, bro, you don't even
a
know
lot
what
of those
you're talking
guys
about."
go to like Zapco hybrid because that's what they're like. That's what they're
exactly.
for.
You know, and
Focal.
it's not to say there's nothing wrong with those companies, but like I have my own ideas and I've heard their stuff and a lot of it's amazing. But like I think that I can, at least as far as I'm concerned, in my opinion, I think I can do better. And I'm
Is
going
that
to.
fan on?
Dat fan. He's a comedian. He's pretty funny. Dat fan.
Turn
So
that
is the
behind-
fan
turn
on?
the knob.
It probably goes, is the fan on? Everybody goes,
all the way to the right.
Yeah.
everybody's like shaking.
Yeah, where is T-Fade right now? He's not even in here. He's not even watching us.
He doesn't watch us. He's got his own show to do.
Who's that?
Taylor Fade.
Everyday audio.
So
Yeah.
there's this side project. I'm doing a team up with Stereo Integrity.
Oh,
We're doing a line.
Oh,
we're
we
doing
need
a
to get
whole
him
line
back
of
in
sound
here.
quality amps.
Nick.
Yeah, TO3 transistors, like just like Class AB high end stuff. We've got audio precision test where the amps are flat to 100,000 hertz.
Maybe we get him on a show next week. I'll talk with him.
Yeah, Nick had a blast on here.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nick's been a buddy of mine since college. Shit, damn near 20 years I've known Nick,
yeah.
and it's about time. So I was like, Nick, we need to team up. We need to make some SQ amps. So we're actually going to do a whole line. We've already started production on a 75.4, a 200x2. We got a 125.4 coming in. We got a 200x4 coming in. We have a 1500D coming in. I'm going to try to do a 3000D.
They were heavy too.
So how will those be sold? Will they be
It's
sold?
gonna be sold through Stereo Integrity.
Integrity? Okay.
Yep. So that's something just like a team up because we did the home theaters. We're actually
Yeah,
coming out with a new.
HT
We're coming
woofers.
out with a new home theater as well. New home theater 18. Tooled a whole new basket for it.
FS in the 13s.
It's low. It's low.
I know when the pictures come out of these amps, somebody's gonna nut themselves.
They are
Ha-
beautiful.
Have they been out yet? The
Uh,
pictures?
no, Nick has released some teasers, and everybody,
Oh yeah.
they have those really sexy TO3 transistors and stuff like that.
Are you guys done with the R&D on it? Are you happy with it?
Yeah, the 75x4 and the 200x2.
Alright,
Yeah,
So can we unveil them next week maybe?
we could.
Let's do that.
The casing tooling's not done yet because I wasn't satisfied with the
Heat
thermal density of the heatsink.
Terminals.
So we basically doubled it.
It was
So-
already a heavy amp.
Yeah, it was already heavy, but it wasn't sufficient for
I don't
me.
think so.
When
Not on
we're
SQ amp.
talking SQ amp, what inside of it are we looking at that's maybe different than what our amp is?
Well, we don't sell any Class AB multi-channels anymore.
So these are full Class AB.
All the multis are Class AB.
Okay.
The monos are Class D, but they're like a different. The dollar to watt is not a concern. We're just saying, hey,
Well, that community generally pays a little more for their stuff.
So what are we gonna do? So one of the ones that I'm excited about because this is just how I roll. We're doing a 200x4, and that's 200x4 at 4 ohms Class AB. Beast, just a freaking monster. And these are just
Be like
these are
this
just
big.
these are just gain blocks. Like there's nothing on it. You have a gain per channel, and input output.
And just
done.
use your DSP to handle the rest.
Yep.
Because those guys, that's what they do.
I have an unrelated.
So
question.
how did Wolfram affect ourselves?
Real
Not
fast.
at all.
Or maybe not.
No.
Where's that question? I didn't see that. Oh, there we go. The bottom
Crypto's biggest douche.
one. I love the name.
So I'm going to tell you something. 0.
Yeah, over the years you got a lot of pop-up companies that happen. They come up and online you look like, oh, these guys are coming after Sundown. In the real world, not even 0.0.
Come for it, man. Good luck keeping up with me. These motherfuckers are trying to imitate the SFB amps. Guess what? I've already got something else in the pipeline. Have fun with that.
Boom. You
So
just
before,
heard it.
Before
you
Jake,
just heard it.
Before Jake rages, I got a serious question. I know, seriously.
No, I want Jake to rage.
Hold on, I got a
It's hilarious
question.
when he does.
I got a question. What is this even supposed to be? Is it like a gear?
Let's
or
talk to the graphic designer.
or a zipper, like Sundown.
It's the hexagon look, man.
So this is the thing, Crypto's biggest douche. I don't know what your name is. So
Just started it.
we're honestly not in the same marketplace as those guys. Like I didn't mean to talk too much shit. We're really not in the same marketplace. Like
They're
we
direct
do
sales.
we do a lot of well, they're starting to go to dealers and stuff, but we have an established dealer network for a long time. You know, and
We have
honestly,
We have
our
a very huge, very well established.
our
dealer
largest
network.
customers are local retailers, and that's the way we like it. We like to support local retailers. You know, we like to make sure those guys can make a living. You know, so that kind of stuff doesn't really affect us. Like somebody come out tomorrow, just like selling an amp for 1% over cost, and it's whatever. You know, we're not after this crap. We're not playing the race to zero. We're just not doing it.
Yeah, we're done with it.
What we're gonna
We've never
do,
done race to
what we're
zero.
gonna do is just continuously make better products.
So it is a zipper.
Dude, nobody cares.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've said for a really long time.
I'll be right back.
right.
Don't shut
you-
the show down.
Yeah, you got these internet guys pop up like, well, I'm just gonna. Their only thing is cost. They call out, well, I'm gonna sell something cheaper than everybody else, and that's their only go-to is, but mine's cheaper, and so I say like, if your only thing, and you see this all the time, we're better than Sundown because we're cheaper. Well, that doesn't make you better.
No.
It just makes you cheaper. It's different.
Yeah.
And these guys are also they limit themselves so much because they're online only. They don't even understand. Online is like 1%. Like if the market's this big, this is online. Like it is
Right.
so tiny. We don't. Online's like very very little of our market. We have such a dealer network set up. Brick and mortar established dealers. Dude, I'm shipping truckloads of amps. Like
Yeah.
y'all are worried about a few hundred pieces online.
Especially this morning. Good Lord.
Yeah.
We haven't even
Yeah.
like what all afternoon I've been out there working on a load I got going on right now, and it's 35 skids. Now a truck only holds 26,
Tell us
and
about the load.
I'm trying to cram 35 into this truck, which I'm gonna make it happen.
How many times have you had to refill the wrapping machine today? I mean, good Lord. Every time I walked by, it was just like...
Yeah, and this is a daily thing now. Like these guys are happy if they even ship one skid, and they probably don't even ship skids at a time. And here we are shipping truckloads daily.
Well-
We're not worried about other guys.
About 2 years ago, Surf City Sound Off came to me when we did we did a thing for them. We were going to go we went to their show, and they asked me to write an article for they have like a magazine that they do, and I wrote, because I was pissed off at the time, I don't remember why, I wrote a whole thing about a lot of these newer companies coming out. It's kind of like they come out, they do their thing, and then they vanish.
Right.
That happens
some,
a lot.
Some of them have staying power, but you know what? We're Sundown Audio. We're not these other guys, man. We just aren't.
And I made the whole thing. I did this whole thing. I was like, look, at one point we were new as well,
That's right.
but we differentiated ourselves because we decided to go our own route. Jacob makes his own shit.
Yeah.
You know.
And this is the thing about
we
me.
try to be different.
I got a lot of respect for everybody that's already in the game that's doing good. You know, you'll see me out there. I'll talk good about people that deserve it. You know,
what
like
gets us riled up is when people, I hate to say this, try to copy us.
right. You know, and it happens. And I've even been standing in China personally, and the factory owner's like, "Yeah, we're just waiting for your new shit so we can like copy it."
Wow.
And like they just told me that they're like, "Cause it's really good." And I'm like, "Well, is that a compliment, or are you fucking with me, man?" They're like, "Well, I mean, it's just what our customers call, and then we want Sundown." I've busted a company recently. They had a picture of our build room from Claremont on their fucking Chinese website, and I got on their Facebook. I was like, "Nice picture of my shit, bro." Oh, we're gonna have to check it out though. Fucking check this. That's my shit. Yeah.
And that's why I put the Sundown decal on the amp dyno, because a European company had literally took our amp dyno pictures
Yep.
and was sharing it as
Yeah,
their own.
yeah.
So I put the Sundown decal on it. And hell, now you got guys like Wolfram's like, well, just look at Sundown's amp dynos. We're making the same thing.
Right.
still.
You know, and
like
I-
they don't even hide it. They're
Is
just
it-
like, yep, it's the same shit. We're
I
trying
don't
to
really
make
want to
that.
spend too much time talking shit, but like, you know, if that's what your angle is, we're the same thing for less coin. I mean, if that's your only angle, I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, well, I'll say it. It ain't talking shit. If your only goal is same thing but cheaper, you're not going to do very well. I don't care how good you think you're going to do. You're not.
Right. And so crypto's biggest douche is like, you know, is there a quality difference, this and that? Like, look, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't spend a lot of time messing with other people's products.
Well,
because
we did do some changes in that style of amplifier.
We did.
That was pertained to our
we
equipment.
did. And,
So-
you know, we're the guys that spent the time looking out for y'all, trying to make the product better.
Yeah.
And if someone else comes in behind us, like, I mean, you pick who you want to support.
Yeah.
Like,
And even going way back to amps like the SAZ 1500 and SAZ 3000. You know, you go way back to old Korean style boards like that, where Jake was making improvements with those companies, and they were improving them, and then everybody got those improvements.
you're right.
Right.
You're right.
Everybody. And and nobody would have had that stuff if it wasn't for Sundown making the improvements and telling the build house to do these improvements.
We're not being salty about it. We're just telling the truth. Here.
Salty.
I see what you did.
So speaking of salt amps, I got all the multi-channels coming out next year. Got all the multi-channels coming.
And this is hilarious. Was salt amps. I see you brought up like Korean, other Korean amplifiers affecting our sales. We brought in $2 million worth of amps and sold them instantly.
Within
like
that
literally,
week,
they,
they were gone.
showed up and they were all
We're
gone.
gone.
Right.
No,
And
nobody's affecting us.
And people want to be, oh, you're just buying the name. Well, if you're just buying the name, like, I mean, do I have a mind control helmet on everybody in the world? No, I do not. People say, they go on the internet, they make up their own mind. They're like, I'm going to buy Sundown Audio. And I stand behind that. And this is a thing that we do that I don't feel like anyone else's does. You have a Nightshade version 1 that I sold you 12 years ago? Guess what? Do you want to put the newest soft parts on that
Dude.
bitch? Let's do it.
Dude, I literally today just had a guy. I love it. Jake, listen.
Yeah.
Today, somebody called. He had invoice number 128.
Yes.
He called today.
What was his name? I might remember him.
I'm not gonna say it over there.
What's the first
It's
name?
nobody I've ever met before.
I bet I know him.
it was
If he's that low, I bet I know him.
It was like Othawal.
I know him. Yeah, I know him.
Ottawa.
Yeah, he called today.
Big Al was on here the other day.
He's like, I got,
Dude,
he's like, I got NSV1s, and I want to rebuild them. I was like, here we go. We're gonna use series frame. He 10, 12 years later, he's
Yeah.
wanting to rebuild his
Exactly.
woofers.
And
So
He's
we're-
old school NSPL competitor.
And I make sure that if we come out with new generation soft parts and stuff, that I'm going to have an answer for you. You bought a sub for me. There's very, very few subs that I cannot recone that we built ever. And ironically, there's only like 2 that I can think of, and they were ones that we made in America because they were all.
It's
They were,
like the E8V1.
it was the SD1 and SD1 V2. We can't rebuild those.
dude, SD1s, I had those.
Yeah.
And then all we do is
Yeah.
just upgrade somebody to something new. We'll give them some kind of trade-in credit and upgrade them.
You might as well
So-
just bring the whole case.
Yeah,
out,
man.
Kristen.
So like this is the thing about me. I want to make sure that our customers are handled for life. Once you're a Sundown guy, like I don't want to lose you,
we
man.
could build your shit.
Like I mean, seriously.
I'm just
Like
gonna turn into a bartender.
Whoa, easy there, Tiger.
Like
Yeah, that was
and,
really
and,
cool.
and to me
Dude,
that's
that's
a real
important.
after dark.
That's important to me because first of all, I'm a speaker enthusiast. Second of all, I'm a businessman. And a lot of these other guys are businessman first, speaker enthusiast second. And I don't think that's the right way to do things. Is that a way to make more money short term? Yes.
I think some of these guys aren't businessmen at all.
Yeah, well,
They
I
just
don't
got
want
money.
well, let's just not go there.
I think no. Some of these guys aren't businessmen at all. They really should go take like the most basic business class at their
Right.
local community college.
This is
before
just
they get into what
this
they're
is
doing.
just the thing that I like to tell people is like if the only spiel that you have is our product is cheaper, then what else? Then what if another guy comes out cheaper? Then what's your spiel?
Yeah.
You know, like your product, your spiel should always be like this is what we stand for, and what we stand for is making the best product. That's what we stand for.
Yeah.
You know, and the best warranty. Like, you know, we did a 2-year warranty 14 years ago. Nobody was doing that.
Yeah.
Nobody was doing that.
Well,
and
and not just 2-year, but the 5-year extended warranty.
5-year
They-
replacement.
I still don't know of anybody that does anything remotely close
No,
to
it's
that.
like, okay, you got an amp, and you know, I don't even care how old it is, honestly. I just say 5 years. But if you have a SAZ
Right.
1500D I sold you 14 years ago, and you're like, hey, I blew this some bitch, I'll give you some credit on it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
And
we'll give you
still do
something.
that.
If
Yeah,
you
do it all the
if
time.
you have ever bought a Sundown product,
Well,
you
that's how
have
you
some
got.
you have some value with us.
That's how you got that SAZ 1500 V1 back. We actually we did that in an exchange.
And I signed
We
it.
got it back in.
Yep.
I signed it back in the day, and I got it back. By the way, if anybody has the glossy black finish amp prototypes, call me. I might even talk to you on the phone.
No,
Wow, that
no,
never
no.
happens.
That's not gonna happen.
Hey, if someone calls and they have the glossy, you dial me in.
Jake's gonna be like, Donnie, make my voice.
Jake,
Do
I don't
my
even-
voice.
Jake
Oh,
will-
speakers.
Jake will stand behind somebody that talks to you and
Jake's
tell them
phone-
what to say. but he
Jake's
gets on the
phone rings so little we don't even remember his extension.
I don't know my
Have
extension.
an extension?
I don't know.
He does.
So,
Yeah.
but for real, there was 3 glossy prototypes when I was very early on, and I started like total bootstrap, like no money, and I sold them because I had to, you know, and I want those. It was a 100.4, 1500D, and 100.2, and there's 3. It was a glossy, and that's what I wanted to do. but the cost premium was so significant that I couldn't do it.
Probably in a pawn shop somewhere.
I want them.
Yeah.
Phone in now.
They're at Bragg Pond.
Jacob at sundownaudio.com.
Maybe. It could be.
What is that like? The Sundown search for the golden ticket now?
I know, right? So whoever has those amps, I'll hook you up.
Right. I would like at some point to get every item that we've ever made in the past.
Brandon's working on it. He has a closet, and he has a lot of the stuff.
No, nobody knows about the closet.
Oh, there's no closet.
Nobody knows about the closet. That's not it.
Basically,
Men
do,
in Black.
do,
Believe
do
there's
a
no
collab.
closet.
exist.
Yeah. So what we want is our front showroom. We want to have a showcase of the history.
Yeah.
My dad has some of the shit that we need in his truck still. He has a 100.2 and an SAE 1000 and two E8 version 1s in his truck.
That's what he has.
He has
was
never
telling me about
he
what
has
he had.
never
I'm like,
he has
"It's
never
not."
touched it. It has always worked. And you know, this is what happens when you don't beat the hell out of your products.
What are
Right.
you looking at me for?
I'm looking at you, Kyle.
That would be cool.
Boy of
Oh my
beating this shit
goodness.
up.
You know something else that's crazy is I would say even to this day, right now, an NSV1 would still be a top tier like comparable subwoofer.
Yeah.
To the biggest.
It's a
stuff
really
on the
good sub.
market.
It's a really good sub. Gary has half of them.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I got to get him on the show,
Gary
too.
had half the NSV1s.
Oh my God, I
I had
love
half
Gary.
the ZV2s.
I know. You know, and the ZV2, honestly, objectively, is a great sub. It was my efficiency beast. You know, but the whole market was like, can we put 8K on it, bro? And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So that's where the ZV3 was born, because I was like, well, no, you can't put that kind of power on a ZV2. You know, no, I don't want to mention any names, but that guy makes alternators now. He was like, you have the weakest voice coils on the market, bro.
Wow. I want to know who that is.
Yeah, I don't want to say it because I don't want to. But
We're gonna get into that.
so he's made up. He made up. He apologized for his comments, but so I just don't want to say it.
Okay.
But you know, because I don't want to spend a lot of time talking shit. You know, like I really want to be positive. You know, there's a lot of these guys out there. They're doing their own thing. They started a business. The customers are happy. I really don't want to talk shit, but like I am proud of what we do.
I'm saying we got the SA Classic, something like a Z Classic that was like the V2 with just a hair smidge more in the gap to get that 8-layer in there efficiently.
Biggins.
A ZV2 with an 8-layer is brutal.
Yeah, I know. I had some.
Yeah.
A Z Classic.
Except you had 0.01 millimeters
would
in
be
the
a-
hole.
You had to be
Yeah.
spot on centering that bitch.
You know, in the old 200.4 Class ABs, that was a great amp. You know, it was a great amp. But
Oh,
it was-
dude.
sucker
Surfboard.
was like 3 feet long. And, you know, and back then, OG Sundown Audio, like, man, like it was just we were so small. It was like me and Brandon in like 2 rooms. I don't know, man. I don't know if we can sell these.
Yeah, you know, my memories like just a day or two ago popped up with my youngest daughter in the playpen.
Oh
in
my
the front
goodness!
room.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, in the front room of Sundown Audio
Yeah.
with like the old school SAZs in the background, the wood paneling, and she's just
Yep.
in the playpen just chilling.
Derek, you remember that first time you came to see me and you had a blown nightshade?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I said, "Here, Derek, here's a new one."
Yeah, I had to get I had an NS V1 I had to swap out, and then I had 3 SAZ 1500s that were OG V1s, and I just wanted the new.
And you had some
updated
refurb
ones.
shit.
Yeah, one of them was a refurb, maybe 2 of them. I don't know. One was a refurb, two were used, and you swapped them out free for me because I just wanted the ones with the matching mirrored logos. That
Yeah,
was it.
right.
I was like, I just want the mirrored logos because I want to be.
And that was like
OCD
my
in
first
setup.
interaction with Derek, and I think that he was pretty impressed.
I feel like people sometimes are bummed they have to pay anything.
That's why Derek
Yeah.
works here. I
Like,
think.
well, that's
you
when
can, you can even hook them up, and they're like, "Wait, I have to pay something at all?
Yeah, well,
I have to pay shipping."
I knew the sub. I blew the sub up, and it was my fault.
Fuck
And I
your
just like,
tax.
hey, I just need to swap
Yeah.
a sub out for a show this weekend. I drove up, and I brought the amps just in case. And Jake's like, oh yeah, I'll just swap them out for you. I'm like, well, how much do I owe you? I have money. He's like, I don't even want your money. Just take this shit.
Yeah, there's a
Derek was a big part of growing the company back then. He was really out there, and I was like, man, I need to take care of this guy. And now here he is today. He's like, man, I like this company so much, I want to work there.
the workhorse
Look.
of shipping.
Get Jake, and I know he still has it, to dig up my original email to get on Team Sundown because I had 2 comp
Oh
videos
man,
back then.
dude,
Dig
I
up
got.
the original.
I have all my emails.
Dude, I had a whole. Dude, it was like a 3-page proposal with
Wow.
pictures and multiple
Diagrams.
so it's so.
Pie
weird.
chart.
I went all out.
And now the team
I
captain.
probably said okay.
and now the team captain just gets like a, hey man, really be cool to get on your team. Can it's like Can you get
And then Walt's doing that now.
Kind of like free shit.
I feel like Walt has the patience of a saint at this point.
Yeah,
He really does.
you
Like
have to.
Walt,
You have to.
Who knows Walt Johnson? Walt Johnson is a gentleman.
I think everybody here knows. Walt
Yeah, he's
Johnson.
just such
No.
a nice guy. I've known Walt so long that like his kids were like this big, and now they're bigger than me. Like Wally's like is your size. And he's like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna buy all this shit, and I'm like,
Hey.
and I'm thinking like, can you drive? I'm like, shit, you're like 22.
Hey, Sean, your dealer can get it.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Your dealer can get
all right.
it.
I'm not
So-
sure if they have it, but they can get it.
So
They can get it.
Here's the thing about the Deadener. Most dealers don't know we have it unless
It's
they
new.
watch.
It's
Unless
new.
they,
Yeah, but if they ask, if they want
Unless
to order
they-
it,
yeah,
then they
unless
can
they
get it.
watch,
So whoever your dealer is, they can call us.
Yeah,
and
we
they
we
can
have
get it.
pricing. We have not gotten a new price list out yet. It's got the Deadener on it, but that's coming probably in about 3 weeks.
I have all the pricing. I just need
Yeah.
to consolidate
You
it.
just call
there's
and
pricing
get it.
Yeah, they,
So,
they,
dude,
they can get it.
There's
no
so
problem.
many things. So many things.
Guru can get it.
Yes,
Yeah,
Guru
yeah.
can get
What
it.
am I thinking of here, Brian? What's the other shit I'm working on?
I feel
Yeah.
like I just did a whole big back order thing to Guru.
I don't know if I knew
My
about
brain's shot.
All
I
right,
have
let me
no
think of some
idea.
other shit I'm working on
It's-
because I
it's
don't want to
new.
end the show. We got to set a record.
it. Yeah, let's
I'm
do
outta
it.
here, guys.
The
Onward.
record is 3
Bye,
hours.
Jesse.
All right, we're
Bye,
going.
Jesse.
We're
thanks.
going.
So
Chris is ready.
we're talking about old stuff. So there's a picture.
Yeah, we'll talk about
Yeah, there was a picture of when I first started working here at Sundown. I was in the build room, kind of learning how to build subwoofers. This
I
was
remember
like-
when I was skinny.
And there's a picture of my son. My son is now 9. He was like 1.5 at the time.
Yeah, I have a picture of Joseph when he was like 2,
Yeah.
putting soft parts in like it was someone sent me a DC level 4 to recon. And Joseph was like 2. Joseph was he was very advanced in speaking. He was like, "Dad, the parts go here, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, buddy, they go. That's where they go."
I'm actually learning how to do it now.
So I
Hell yeah. Yeah, actually came in there yesterday and kind of showed you guys how to do the terminals the way that I do them.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their own way.
I got an OG story for sure. So Jake, you got his first shipment of stuff, and it was like out of his mom's attic. He's like, "Hey, DL, you want to help me move some stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh man, you're gonna sell this?"
And then you
Oh
called
no.
one time. You called me to help.
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
I was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be fucking awesome."
Yeah.
I thought it was the coolest
Thank
thing
you,
at the
Crystal.
time.
It was like all this like the first shipment,
We used to take
first truck. I got the first truck.
That's when Simon would come help me, bro.
the shipments would come off a UPS truck, and
Yeah.
we would take them and walk them up to your parents' attic.
And I actually did the math. I had to calculate the structural integrity per square foot
Dork.
because
The
we can only stack them so high.
You dork.
Wow.
attic.
I
You
would have
did a
just laid
spreadsheet
it.
on it too, didn't you?
I got the architect to send me the drawing.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Because I figured how densely we could stack the items.
Just fall
yeah.
from the roof.
Yeah, because I didn't want to break my parents' house.
It'd be like our old warehouse. In
So I was
Troutman.
like, all right,
Not
so
Troutman,
we can
Claremont.
stack the amps 3 high, and we can stack the
That's crazy.
Kendra wants to know what the specs are for ZV3.
Chevy Chris, we smoke the cigars.
But
should
there's
send-
more.
send us some more.
There's always more.
Yes, we will gladly take
what we
your
were
cigars.
smoking though, if you want to know what we were smoking, AJ Fernandez New World.
The elder
Which is like a
Munson
staple.
the elder Munson sent me a case of
Patron
my
20
favorite cigars ever.
26s.
Wow.
It was so good.
I don't smoke cigars
so good.
often, but I do like Javas. What's the company?
Dude,
name?
shut up.
Drew
Brian.
Estates. Drew Estates.
Fuck
Drew,
you.
So
Drew,
when-
Drew
when-
Estate does.
When Nathan sent
I
me
like
that box of
Javas.
cigars,
They're
I
like
was
the
like,
White
I
Claw.
couldn't
They're
believe
like the
it. I
White
was
Claw
like,
of cigars.
I've only
big is the
bought.
case?
It's that one was 20. And
Try
I've
smoking a
only
cigarette,
ever
Donnie.
bought myself a box of those one time because it costs a lot of money. And so Nathan
I-
was like, "Hey man, what kind of cigars you like?" I was like, "Well, I generally like this." I tried to just be vague. I was like, "Well, this country origin, I generally like that." He's like, "Well, which one's your favorite?" I was like, "Well, this one's my favorite, but anything similar to that would be fine." And then I get a box from him, and it's like that, and I'm like, I
That's
can't.
a-
Holy shit!
Were they
Yeah, pallet jack for it.
26s or 64s?
It was the 1926 40th
26s.
anniversary, and he sent me a whole box of them, and I was like, "Holy shit! I've only bought myself a box of these one time."
It's a great cigar. It's
It's a-
consistent
oh my
all
God.
the way through.
Nathan sent it to me, and he was, he's being funny. He's like, "I'm not sure if I'm being nice to Jake or trying to kill him."
I was like, Kendra, what specs do you need for a ZV3?
Yeah.
I got you, bro.
When it comes to enclosure specs, you just use the same for the U series. It's the same thing.
Kendall's got my personal contact information. He can hit me up. He's one of my OG dudes.
So he has your extension, but we don't.
No, you don't have it. Kendall does.
Hey,
Yeah.
I have the original Sundown business
Look.
card.
I know if I get sick, Kendall's gonna fix me.
The heavy.
Jake knows, the original Sundown business card that still has Jake's personal cell phone number on
I
it.
used to have.
Oh
one of
man,
those.
the old plastic ones.
Yeah, the credit cards.
Debbie has a whole box of those. She just like found when we were moving.
Yeah,
Hey, Crypto's
saving
biggest
some
douche.
just
You
in
take
case.
care, man. Hey, what's your real name, Crypto's biggest douche?
He's
Who-
leaving.
Who are you? Who are you?
Who are you?
And do you do crypto mining?
I'm down right now, man. I'm down right now.
Tell you what's not down. These Miller Lights, man.
I'm surprised you
What,
haven't
in
sold that
crypto?
shit.
Crypto's down.
Ooh, buddy.
No, my shit is not working because
Crypto's
we
doing
don't
pretty
have.
good. Crypto's actually doing pretty well.
Yeah,
right now.
I thought all crypto was up pretty. It was up at least a little bit.
All my
right now.
mining's down. My computer at home is mining. It's doing all right. It's making like $2 a day.
I'm a little surprised
Jake,
you
you want
haven't
another
tried to sell
cigar?
some of that equipment,
Do you want another cigar?
Yeah, man.
Jake. Surprised you haven't tried to sell some of that equipment because it's getting kind of old.
I'm actually selling some of my GPUs right now, and I was gonna get some of the new Big Navi AMDs.
you gotta-
yeah,
gotta
like the
ditch all
20,
those
like the
old
2080s or whatever they are.
No, I'm talking about the AMDs because I'm a fanboy.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm an
What's up?
AMD fanboy.
You want
I
White
just
Claw?
thought you gotta, well, as soon as the new stuff comes out, you gotta be ready to dump all your old stuff to upgrade to the new.
Well, see,
Or
crypto
else the
really
old stuff ain't worth nothing.
crypto mining really messed up the graphics card industry.
one?
And,
Yeah, man.
and
Fucking
graphics
yes.
cards are like super expensive now. Well, they were always expensive, but there was a time period you couldn't get any.
I know, man. It was such an intense. And I'm a computer nerd,
I think it's
so
settled down a lot.
I had so much fun building all those computers. I really did. I had such a good time. And I'm actually selling some of my GPUs on eBay.
Yeah, back when you remember, Jake, back when we were doing that heavy, because I had like 3 computers running pretty heavy too.
Yeah.
And I went and I was able to find I think 20 GPUs, and I got 4 for myself, and I sold the rest on eBay for like a big profit.
I actually I bought a bunch of 1066 gigs back then. I sold them for a profit. So
Dude, are they
Voodoo
still
5,
doing-
oh man, the dude doing the unreleased GPUs, Voodoo 5s. Sean, I know all about those, man.
Oh, you still making Voodoos? I haven't heard.
No,
Voodoo.
no, that was they never actually released it.
I haven't heard the word voodoo in computer industry in a long time.
Miner should sell it. Yeah.
Hodl.
Yeah, are people still doing like mining farms? Are they still building?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a company, Marathon. Maybe it's Marathon. They're publicly traded, and they're a mining company.
So that whole thing he said about holding it, I held on to.
Hodl.
Yeah, hodl.
Dude, I had 10,000 fucking Letheon coins.
I had. Well, I still.
I almost made $1 million. And I
was-
was 3 weeks. I was 3
It was
weeks
worth
premature.
450.
Yeah, I've still got a bunch of
3
those.
weeks, Kyle. I would have been a millionaire.
Anyway, I
you
bought
already
into.
are a millionaire.
I bought
I'm sure
into.
you know this. You already are.
I don't know what you're talking about, Jared.
I bought into a token
Just saying.
and lost my ass because they
Whatever.
were a
Hey,
scam.
speaking of Saiyan, Jacob Scott sent me those Super Saiyan energy drinks.
I seen.
Those are bad. I don't even want to drink them because they're so cool.
That was funny. There's like a whole restaurant down there.
Holy shit, you work at OCZ?
What's that?
It's a company that I know they sell
Oh
RAM.
yeah, OCZ. Yeah.
Bro, hook me up, man.
Yeah, you guys contact information or contact me.
I like to build computers because I'm a nerd.
I
I'm
got
a
this
fucking
kick-ass
nerd.
computer over here. It's got all my Gigabyte Aurora shit in it.
So right now, most of my mining gear is down. I'm just mining on my home computer on Nice Hash. Everybody's gonna laugh because Nice Hash is the LOL joke of mining. Because like, I'm just
Just a general-
my main shit is down, man. I have like 70 kilowatts worth of GPUs, man.
Yeah. So when we moved in this building, you couldn't.
Legit reviews. I like legit reviews. Holy shit, we have hey, what's up, man? I
Well,
read
thanks
that
for-
shit.
I do not.
Are the reviews legit there?
They are legit. Yeah, I check their shit out,
Do
man.
they have a YouTube channel?
Well, he can tell you.
Crypto said he was gonna leave, but he's back on still.
Bro, I was with Nice Hash when they lost all their fucking money, but they ended up paying me back, bro.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I
they
got-
lost lost all their shit and they gave my money back though.
I remember that. That was like 3 years ago.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Crypto
That's
is
forever
so
ago.
insane. Hey, by the way, I will accept cryptocurrency for payments.
We do. Some of our international sellers
I
actually
feel
do
like
that.
that needs a wink to
Yeah.
go with it.
Yeah.
No, I am paying all of my taxes.
Yeah.
Johnny, what happened here?
Here, I got a lighter if you want one.
Whip it, bro.
Here, I got a regular
Damn
lighter.
it, Donnie.
On a real
What did I
man's
do?
lighter.
I don't know. Whatever you did to that.
No, crypto's amazing, dude. I think it's the future. I mean, it really is. Like, we have all this freaking bubble bullshit going on
Not
right
yet.
now with like all the asset classes and stuff.
We're not there yet.
Yeah,
Maybe.
well,
The only currency in the future is gonna be sundown woofers.
If we at some point get to a full cashless society, I can see crypto really picking up there.
Right.
But I don't think we're nowhere close to cashless.
I think it just picked up so big before because of the mining, and B, because people saw something in it and they wanted it was
Oh, yeah.
it was like
Well, that-
stock market.
Yeah, the one it was two maybe 3 years ago. They had that one just
XMR,
jump.
bro.
It's like it just got popular. Some big news outlets talked about Bitcoin a lot.
I gotta
And
say
everyone's
something
like,
real
"Oh,
quick.
We can invest in this."
Did crypto douche guy? Did you see that the government offered a bounty for someone to crack XMR? Did you see that shit? They're like, the government's like, we'll give you a bounty to crack XMR. You can't. Good
It's a
luck fucking.
conspiracy.
Good luck cracking
It's a
XMR.
conspiracy. The government created it.
Probably.
They just want to see if anybody can hack their own shit. That's all they're doing.
Just like
Good
back-
luck cracking
conspiracy.
XMR.
Just like back when Bitcoin
Motherfuckers.
just dropped
cracking
so
shit.
bad.
If someone was going to crack XMR, they would have stole all the money already.
But you know, there's a whole
He
conspiracy.
said
that-
it ain't going to happen. I
there-
told you. It ain't going to happen.
There's the one big like kingpin crime boss guy behind.
It's all
Bitcoin
China.
That's like the mastermind behind it all. No, it's the government. Government made it.
That's right.
The government's gonna take your
Man,
job.
I've done all this crypto shit, man. It's just, I just love building computers. I mean, honest with you, that's why I wasn't big on trading cryptos, but I was big on mining them because I enjoy it. I enjoy the chase. Like, I want to build a computer. I want to mine shit.
I always end up getting out too early when it comes to things like stock market shit.
I got out
and
too
things like
late.
that.
Never pull out.
Well, no, that was too late and too early because I had a bunch of fucking Verge coin.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
I'm the one that did big on that
Yeah,
one.
I had millions of Verge coins, and I sold them bitches for tens of thousands, and then like 2 weeks later, they were worth millions.
I ended up making about $3,000 to $4,000
Till they
off of
fucked up.
Verge coin back when
I
they
mean,
were big.
I paid off my miners and shit, but like, I was like, fuck, man, my timing was so fucked up.
Yeah. You sold before I did, and it was only like a week difference, and I made a shit ton more money.
And I have a bunch of GBX right now, and GBX ain't worth shit. It was worth like a bunch of money.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
I've got a lot of money in crypto shit I haven't looked at.
Hey,
in
what do
so
you think
long.
about? What do you think about? What was that one that we were in together?
Tron.
Oh, Easy Token?
Easy Token.
Dude, no, Easy.
Kyle said Tron.
There is a Tron, by the way.
Too, right?
Yeah. Easy Token completely screwed me over. I had $1,600 in there, and I can't even get to it because it's
I feel like we're losing viewers.
Yeah.
Brian, talk about your ass or something.
tired.
I gotta pee again. Hey,
What's
I'll
for-
be right back.
What's
Don't
for
shut her down.
dinner? What are we doing for
We still
dinner?
got Kyle.
I'm hungry. So anyway, Kyle,
Yes.
what is your position at Audio Apex now? Like, what would they bring you on to do?
Just assistant manager and
Grab things.
grab things. Yeah.
I see you're gonna be doing
Social
it
media
seems like you're gonna do a lot of
stuff. Yeah.
social media because that's
Yep.
your thing. You're good
Yep.
with the pictures and the posting.
Yeah, it's a big change, man.
What were you doing before that? We've
The
talked about
slanging meat.
before. Yes.
Slanging meat.
Slanging
I actually worked at a barbecue facility. It's family owned, not my family, but just a smaller family. I
Moving
worked for-
pigs around.
Well, not moving pigs around. I'd actually drive a smaller truck to Smithfield to pick up trimmings, and then come back and grind sausage, make barbecue and stuff like that. But I've been doing that for 14 years.
Wow.
So, other than my base at T's,
So you're really good with meat.
yeah.
Good at handling that meat.
Yeah.
So, this pretty much is kind of crazy that I'm
like
into the
grab
car,
a pig
the car
and
audio
crush it.
industry now, as far as helping out and stuff. But Nathan and Chris have, pretty much turned my life around with actually coming into something I enjoy. So,
Yeah. Things get stagnant after a while.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And
It's 14 years. Don't get me wrong. I love what I did.
Everybody loves eating, but it's
Yeah.
not really your hobby.
Kyle helps with the trucks, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You came in and you were like, just leave. You look
from
like
what
you're
I
about
heard,
to have a heart attack.
we have 4 trucks this week.
Yeah,
Dude,
we got one
we've
more.
never had this
We
many
got one
trucks in
more.
one week.
And,
The first day, Kyle's like, "No, you're looking about to have a heart
And
attack."
I'm totally out of the equation
Straight
right
up.
now. I'm totally out of the equation right now because I'm all fucked up.
Oh yeah, Jake, we haven't talked about that.
Kyle's safe.
I don't want to talk too much about it, but I'm fucked up
Same.
health wise.
No, you're not. Jake's not dying. Okay,
You're not- yeah,
folks?
you're not
Jake's
allowed to die.
dying. He's okay.
I got too much blood. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I've never met anybody who had too much blood.
You're not allowed to die.
Call
know,
them
man.
all
You,
vampires.
you don't.
And I
have-
gotta tell you,
we
one of
will
the-
take over every position you do except design products. That's all you have to do from now on.
Yeah, that's what I want to do,
We're
man.
gonna
Like,
lock you in a corner. Yes, all you have to do is design products. We'll
So
handle
real
everything.
fast. So
You know, and
Crypto's
you-
Crypto's biggest douche asked how your pee was, and I gotta say something real fast. So Brandon got all the pictures of Kathy Ireland except for one. There is a picture of Kathy Ireland, a poster right outside of our bathrooms, and she's smiling, so happy. I feel like every time I leave the bathroom, she's like, "Good job." Good job.
it was good, man. So I'll tell you what, I was super hydrated today because I thought I was gonna give blood. I drank 28 times. I drank 8 plus 30. I drank 102 ounces of Gatorade this morning.
Do you have a spreadsheet of this?
Yeah,
That's a lot of Gatorade.
I drank
dude.
102 ounces of Gatorade because I thought I was gonna have to give my blood out.
Dude, that's a shit ton of Gatorade.
Yeah,
That's a shit ton. Even if it was water.
I usually drink 2 to 3 gallons of fluids a day. So
No wonder you have too much blood. Jesus.
I know. So like I was like, well, surely somebody wants this good ass blood. And they're like, nah, man, you got way too much blood. We can't take that shit. I'm like, look, man,
Cindy
I need you to
Crawford.
take this blood. It's B positive. It's rare.
You just got to come to my backyard, walk out, the mosquitoes will suck you dry.
They will. They love me because they're like, this motherfucker got too much blood. The only insects alive in my squash garden at my house are mosquitoes because the giant wolf spiders kill everything else.
Yeah, the mosquitoes at my place are
Skeeters.
It's
Wow.
funny because if you watch the show, you can tell the progression of Drunk.
I know,
you,
right?
You can watch it
So
happen.
I'm growing I'm growing giant squashes, giant mutant fucking squashes. I have a 23-pound squash that I grew, which would look like a zucchini in Kyle's hand.
That's ridiculous.
You know, but like,
See, like at the beginning, we're like beryllium dome and Deadener, and then
let's
giant squashes. These
let's
big
talk.
ol'
Hey,
honkers.
let's talk some technical shit right now.
The talk about Wolfram is
So
where
did-
everything
y'all
changed.
talk about how awesome the Deadener is. This is like specially formulated butyl.
Yeah.
This is not some off-the-shelf garbage.
Watch out. Don't.
Just in case people didn't know that.
Hey, Kyle was trying to throw my water on me earlier.
Specially
I was
formulated.
like, Kyle, you don't have to work that hard to get me
the
moist,
aluminum
man.
is the exact specific thickness for the perfect resonance, dude.
That's right, Derek. You keep on.
Hey, there's
telling
William
about
Hurst. He's our dude from New Zealand.
Yep,
Yes.
that's- He probably watched the show where you took off your pants, Brian.
that. You may have. No, William is like all about the fact that I had guns in my office at one time. He came.
Dude,
He
there's
was like,
so many guns
holy
here.
shit!
Mike Jenkins is
Because
a gun.
in New Zealand, you can't have guns like that. Apparently,
When we had
I think
the,
you're allowed maybe shotguns or something.
when
Hey,
we had
you-
the dealer spaz out talking about he was going to drink our blood and he was coming here
Out of our
to
dead
kill us.
skulls.
Out of
And
our,
he-
yeah.
and immediately everybody's like, that'd be the worst mistake he ever
Yeah,
did.
totally.
Hey, that freaking Sean probably bought that peanut butter shit. Did you buy that peanut butter shit, Sean?
Ooh.
What peanut butter stuff?
Whoop.
Yeah.
I
The
love-
original
love
Audio
peanut butter.
Technics.
Oh,
Yeah. Here's just food for thought. If your Deadener comes on a roll, it's not going to be that good.
that's for your roof, folks.
He bought it. He did. He said yes.
Yeah, that's for your roof.
R.I.P. By the way, R.I.P. Coleman.
Oh yeah, Audio Texas was Coleman, wasn't it?
Yeah, R.I.P.
I remember that. Yep. His father's running the company
He is.
now. I don't
He
really
is.
know the logistics and what they're doing, but his father is running it.
I think he's trying to maintain. You know, like I don't want to hate there because you know there's a tragedy there. You know, like I
Yeah.
don't want to say anything bad about that.
Well, good for them. Hopefully,
Yeah,
get
they were
things
there. They were doing what they're
rolling.
doing, man. They were doing what they're doing.
I do love peanut butter though.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Just
I like peanut butter,
not his
too.
Deadener.
Yeah,
Just saying. Like,
that's not
the
beetle.
peanut butter made horrible
That's
sound.
some other
Deadener.
shit.
Yeah, yeah. So is this something I haven't talked about in a while, Brandon? I'm talking about U.S. made amplifiers.
All right.
Oh.
So Jake and I went to. Well, never mind.
you
We're
can
gonna
tell
talk about
Brian. You can tell
We don't want to talk about that part, but like
Brian's
I'm like
face.
2.5 years into
that.
R&D.
We brought that on
When
the
are we
show.
getting a prototype?
Yeah.
A fully working, functional
Two and a
prototype
half years I've been in
amplifier.
this. So I'll tell you what.
Let's talk about what happened to India.
I'll tell you about a couple things that happened. So I have an engineering team. The main guy is here in America. He has a partner in India. Because the guy he's an Indian, originally from India, and he was shipping some of our boards with his partner. And Indian Customs stole our boards.
Yep.
And so we made some new boards and we tested them over there. And I'm like, when I went to send them over here to the other testing, and then they're like, freaking American Customs wants to take our shit now.
America.
Really?
They're gonna take our Then like nobody wants to like give me my shit.
So this is a new thing that's happening.
Yeah. So like I'm like, okay, I don't give a shit. Like they want to send me a bill for like all this money. I'm like, look, I'll pay you the money. Just give the dude the freaking boards.
What's
Yeah,
the,
because
what's
if the people
reasoning?
out there don't know, Customs just does whatever they want. Customs is the mob of the government.
Yeah. So hold on.
They just go, you know what? We want some more money this week, so we're gonna impound your shit.
So
and we're
I'm
gonna
trying.
tell
I'm
you
trying to
pay
make
us
these
more money
amps.
for
I'm
it.
trying to build them in America, and it's been 2.5 years. I don't even have a prototype yet. Everybody's like, Jake, you should make all your shit in America. I'm like, that'd be great. That'd be great. Why don't you fucking find me a guy that's gonna make it for me tomorrow, and then we'll talk. Because you're not gonna find it. You can just fuck out with all your bullshittery.
So, well, hold on. What's up with the American? Because they're usually more lax than the other countries. They don't.
They're not. They're just.
not
I don't
supposed to
even know.
steal.
I don't even know what they're doing.
What's
they
what's
won't.
the reason?
They won't tell me.
It's funny.
It's like,
you
yeah,
bring
we got
this
your
up.
shit. We need a bunch of money. I'm like, well, I'll give you the bunch of money. Just give me my shit.
The paranormal guy that I was talking to in Savannah is a libertarian. and
Hell
he-
yeah.
Yeah, and
He's awesome.
Yeah. Well, he was talking about the
Joe
same
Jorgensen.
thing.
Derek wants nuclear weapons.
Well, he was talking about the same thing. He's like, no, it's totally possible. to do it
I'm
in America. I'm like, I don't think-
99.99% libertarian.
Yeah, but same
Well,
here,
I-
Derek.
actually, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
There's a
I don't even know.
0.01% of me that's like, y'all are stupid every now and then.
I don't want
But
the government
most of
involved
the
in
time-
anything I do. But so here's the thing, Jake. Remember,
Jesus Christ.
Jake. Jake, you remember when we were at JR's at one time and I got contact information for a dude in customs?
Yeah.
I'd give him a call, maybe.
Well, those motherfuckers hold my shit.
He's all about
Yeah,
clearance.
they're
and
the
shit.
mob. They just take your stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, we got your stuff now. It's our stuff
So
now.
I'm trying to make this amp, right? It's all new technology, 95% end efficiency, ridiculous fidelity, 120 dB signal noise ratio,
We just hit 2 hours, by the way.
and all these motherfuckers, everywhere along the chain wants to stop me.
Yeah.
And everybody on the internet, all you motherfuckers on the internet, are like, hey, why don't you just make all your shit in America, Jake? I'm like, look, man, I'm trying. I'm trying to make an amp in America. I'm 2.5 years in. I don't even have a prototype. I feel like Dave Chappelle right now. I'm going to start talking like Dave Chappelle.
There are, I don't care who says there are no completely made in America amplifiers.
No.
No.
The closest thing you can get is Matt's.
Right.
And they still have to buy all their shit from overseas. And I have a lot of respect for Matt's.
Correct.
I have
And-
a lot,
and
and
they
I'll
only
tell you,
got
I'll tell you what I like
They
about
got
Matt's.
in at a sweet spot when they were able to buy all the machinery, and that's it. If they
Yep.
hadn't gotten in a sweet spot and bought all the machinery, that machinery wouldn't even exist here.
I'll tell you what, I like Matt's. I respect Matt's as a company. I really do. And then, you know what? I called them. I didn't call them because I don't call people. I emailed them and I said, hey, you guys want to make amps for me? And they're like, no. I was like, okay, well, I tried.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was
Yeah,
like-
so I was like,
that
look,
was like
man.
12 years ago.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I would really like for you guys. I even talked to.
Hold on. You did that because I actually had to run some Matt amps for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I kept it a secret because I was a Sundown guy. And I showed up at a show and I legit got the judges. I'm like, I need y'all to come over here and inspect my truck on the side over here. Like, I got some different amps in, but I can't let nobody know what amps I'm running.
Yeah.
Sean says check out Earthquake.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think so, man. But,
No,
Matt's.
most of these guys that say they're building stuff
Look,
in
Sean,
America, they're bringing in boards and they're stuffing boards in cases. That's all
Right.
they're doing.
I would love it. You know, I tried to get Matt's to make sure for me. They said they didn't want to do it. I'll be honest with you, they didn't want to do it at all.
Anyway, this,
know, and,
it's still coming to fruition. We're still working on it. I know we talked
working
about
on
it like a year and a half ago,
I'm working on it. I'm working hard.
but it's going to happen
Every day.
I'm still pushing Jake very hard for it because it's one of my. It's actually very dear to me. I really want this.
It is.
So.
Same it is.
So yeah, I'm trying to get them. I tried to get them to do shit for me, and they didn't want to do it.
This
So,
episode's sponsored by Miller.
I'm trying to go this other way. You know, and those guys have my respect. They're doing what they're doing.
Right.
You know, but they weren't interested. you know?
That camera.
You said that. Where's their camera?
It's right here in front of me.
There
you
is.
go,
Oh,
just
Mike, there is no camera here.
go ahead and do what you were
It's in
going
the
to do.
potpourri.
That's going to be the thumbnail.
So
by
yeah,
the way.
I'm trying to get this work done. I'm really trying to get this work done. Like,
Hey, and when these American-made amps become a thing, because it's going to happen,
It's going to revolutionize.
they're going to be so awesome. People don't even know what's about to happen.
Folks.
and I could actually
Listen,
honestly,
Jake,
if
Jake,
I didn't
Jake.
want to make these amps in America, if I didn't want to make them in America, I could have already had it done.
Car
Yeah, it had been
audio.
made 2.5 years ago.
Car audio revolution.
These amps are about to bitch slap everything on the market.
Yes.
Yeah.
Signal noise ratio out the ass.
I could have done this like
it's like
How,
crazy.
how vulgar can I get on the show?
As vulgar.
As vulgar as you want.
If an amplifier could pull its dick out and lay it on somebody's face, that's what these amps are about to do to the market.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So what I wanted to do, I just wanted to make this great amp with this new technology, and
Yeah.
like everything is against me, you know. And just
Kyle's
let's
my
go
dude.
let's go down another let's go down another tangent right now.
I'm putting a dick decal on the first.
I am
prototype.
trying to
Let's do it.
I'm trying to make cones and surrounds here in America, and I know those guys are trying, but I feel like I'm pulling teeth compared to doing anything in China. I could send a dude in China an email and he won't leave me alone for 10 years.
Right.
He's just like, hey man, is there anything I can do for you? And I'll never give this dude a dime.
Hon.
He won't leave me alone.
Donnie, your paranormal guy's on.
Yeah, that's I told him. We were talking about
holy shit.
we
Charleston
were
Paranormal,
we were
what's up,
talking
bro?
about building stuff in America. We were talking about libertarian
America.
stuff. So maybe he can weigh in on this.
Maybe.
Chris, there you go.
Keep
we're
going.
talking about
Keep going,
building
Dick.
amps in America.
Basically,
Yeah.
Dude, we've
so-
had so much trouble with just box companies.
Yeah.
I'm
like
trying to
the
make fucking
simplest-
cardboard,
the
and we're like
simplest
we're like
Trying to
2
make
years
fucking
in to cardboard.
Yeah, the simplest thing you think of, they're like, yeah, we just don't even want to do that.
I just remember. So I remember the first night I was in Savannah. I got like really drunk, and I was talking to Chris about making stuff in America, and I think he had some good points, but I don't remember them all. I was pretty hammered.
Yeah.
Well,
Dude,
the
you
biggest.
tell
If you could bring them up again, that'd
You
be
tell
great.
a box
'cause I don't
company
remember.
you just want a custom size, and they're like, "Well, these are the sizes we offer." Like, no,
Yeah.
I want a custom size. Like,
this-
we're not even
we're
sure.
not asking you, Lion. We need you
Yeah.
to make something.
You know, and
They
I was
couldn't even print our logo correct on all
Well,
the boxes.
even-
I was
to
gonna
make-
try to tool the basket for the Nightshade 8 in America. The company that I contacted in North Carolina, down the road from me, I could drive there in 3 hours. They wanted 25 times the money for the tooling,
and you won't get the results as fast.
and they wanted 4 times the money per unit with no finish.
Yeah.
And then they told me, before I told them that they were crazy, they said, "You know what? We really don't want to do this.
you remember
We don't want your money.
all the machine
Even
parts?
if you gave us the money, we don't want it."
And that is why.
Yeah, all the machine parts that we had from the old Troutman machine shop made all those custom parts for us that were ridiculously expensive. And then for the nightshades, and we ended up throwing away so many of them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
So we're trying to work on.
I'm
these
trying,
cone-
man. I'm trying, and,
Right?
and nobody
Bullshit.
nobody wants my fucking money.
Because I remember people were like, y'all don't make nothing American. I went, they're like, here's 3 skids of machine parts we made in America, and it was all garbage.
Basically the industry's gone. We sold the industry out many years ago.
I didn't do it.
No,
This
yeah.
happened. This happened before I started.
American industry sold the
But you know,
companies overseas.
I went to China and I looked at all these companies, right? So I went to one of the largest part suppliers in China. They have over 3 million square feet. Over 3 million square feet.
It's ridiculous.
And they're just making speaker parts, right? How much would it cost you to build that facility over here? Billions of dollars.
And that's God,
Billions and billions of dollars.
This is a whole other subject of the real estate to building, along with building the infrastructure to who's going to work it. They've got billions of people there. We don't.
Poyuan, the largest coal manufacturer in China, has 6,000 employees.
Yeah.
We've gone back.
The
up
the only coal company in America has 49.
Yeah, so like one of the biggest companies in America can't compare to what those guys are doing.
And this is speaker parts. This is nothing. This is nothing compared to overall. Like, speaker parts ain't shit compared to GDP.
It's like one of my cameras went out. Let me try this again. Yep.
Charleston, let's get started
Yeah.
on this, bro.
One of the cameras went out. This camera right here, I'm not sure what the hell
So
happened.
I'm trying everything.
It doesn't like after two.
I'm trying everything. I'm trying to.
Charleston Paranormal said, "Don't get me started." I say
honestly-
get started.
I'm honestly trying to.
Yeah,
I'm
but
trying to
Alex
make
Jones.
my next gen cones and surrounds in America, and I feel like they don't want me to.
Nope.
No, nobody. And when I've dealt with a lot of manufacturing in America. I've worked for a lot of big manufacturers, and they want to do what they want to do, and that's it. So if a company says, "Hey, we want you to make this," they're like, "Nah, we don't want to make what you want us to make. We want you to make what we want to make you." You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah. They don't want to do anything different off the cuff. You know.
Well, even if we were going to make something different, we only want to make what we want to make.
It's like
different,
they have their,
not what you
it's like
want
they
us
have
to
their
make
own
you.
engineers that they don't think that you're good enough.
Yeah, and I want to do this shit, dude. I really do. And I actually did. I did a tooling for a spider in America a couple years ago, and it's the same company that's trying to make the cones. They sent me the first prototype, and the only way I can describe it is offensively bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Look, I just paid you guys 10 times the amount of money that I would pay."
They took some shop rags and just pressed them together and called it
Yeah,
a spider.
and I'm like, "Look, this is not the drawing I sent you. Where's the drawing I sent you?"
Right.
And then I just stopped talking to them for a while, and they cold emailed me like, "Hey, we want to try it again." I'm like, "Okay, well then fucking try it again."
There's a
And
question.
even talk about
component.
talk about the complexity of just a spider of a subwoofer, but it's the material makeup and the multiple layers, the size, the outer diameter, inner diameter, the difference in the rolls, the size of the rolls, individual rolls that are different
They make
sizes,
a
like a
die for
progressive
every one of
roll,
them.
like the spider alone gets so multi-dimensional. Like it has to be specific.
It's to be perfect. Yeah, that's the problem I had. I was developing the new U8, and I just couldn't. We just couldn't get it right.
Yeah, but you got some people that are just like, oh, the spider just kind of holds the stuff together.
No,
That's what they
not
really think.
no.
That like it just
Right.
kind of holds the stuff together and
The-
keeps
the
it in
surround
alignment,
does
right?
everything.
Like, no, it does way
Yeah,
more.
those
than
are the
that.
same people that'll get an inferior product and go, "Ugh, it's not working right, man." Like that's you're going against what you're.
They get the copycat product that's fucking oil cannon like a bitch, and
Right.
they don't know why it sounds like garbage.
That's the biggest problem with spiders is they don't do what they're supposed to do on paper. That's
Gotcha.
because the rolls. I mean, if you even engineered the spider to begin with, which a lot of people don't do, if you engineer the spider to begin with, if the rolls are not pressed the exact way, it's not going to perform the same way that you anticipate.
Yeah, you get a spider and like literally just the one inside roll is the only one that actually does it,
Right.
which we've seen. We've seen this happen
Yeah.
on other inferior products.
Right. Let's go ahead and cut this now. I've got a camera that's going out for some reason. Not sure what's
We're
going
gaining viewers though.
on.
We're gaining viewers.
I understand,
Brian,
but
we're
we're
literally
past,
gaining
we're past
viewers.
2 hours, and I have a camera that's out. I don't know if the other cameras are going to go out either. So,
Whatever.
Well,
yeah. Let's go ahead and cut
So
this.
whatever.
Everybody,
lame O'Brien.
thank you very much
Super
for
lame
watching. We'll
right
be
now.
back next week. Have a great evening.